The fabulous Stephen Lynch with Courtney J and Charlie Buckets.
Charlie Buckets.
Oh, no, that's a Willy Wonka. I'm sorry. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Well, she seems cheery. We'll put
Why
an end to,
wouldn't I be?
We'll put an end to that.
It's Monday. Get to see my kind of favorite people.
Oh, where you go?
Well, there's Pat Godwin.
They check lunch with somebody. What's going on?
Yeah.
I got in Pat Godwin's face just moments ago.
Oh, what happened?
Scared him. I just went up and went, huh. And he went, ha, ha. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
All flanneled out. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
And I have joined Ace Cosby on the Bengals bandwagon.
Ah.
I bought a non-Washington football team item of merchandise. I got a very nice sweatshirt with a tiger on the front. Ooh. And it's a Bengals sweatshirt. And I take full responsibility for Cincinnati winning yesterday. Pounding the Bills. There's Willie. I hope you had that.
Oh, you mean I've been the biggest Bengals guy probably forever. Probably since I was born, 93. Always been a big Bengals guy.
I love the Bengals.
Now, Tom probably hated it because it was snowing.
It shouldn't be malicious.
Yeah, I don't, man, I lost my mind when I saw it was going to snow. I love snow games.
It is one of the coolest things in sports.
Yes.
Snowy playoff football, you can't beat it.
But
I'm the NFL commissioner. I say you build a dome stadium or we take away your team.
No, it's part of the
awful television.
Lure.
You know what your problem is? You haven't, Willie and I and Pat and Ace have played in the snow.
Hey, I ran cross country in the snow. You know what it's like to
Put a defense in cross country, then you got a sport, okay?
wait a minute. I like this idea.
Sure.
So the guys would hide in the woods.
With baseball bats.
No, wait a minute. I think you're gonna have trouble getting the High School Athletic Association to approve of the baseball bats use against fellow Harriers.
Yeah, that's not cross country with a defense. That's guerrilla warfare if they're hiding in the trees.
Remember Bobby Moore? You might know him as Ahmad Rashad.
Sure.
He
had the huge fro.
He said, if you want to know what it's like to be a wide receiver in the NFL, go out about 20 yards and turn and face the quarterback and catch the football and then have someone hit you in the face with a baseball bat. And that's what it is.
I think he's probably
catching
correct.
a football, playing in the game.
Yeah, I just don't like that when they play in the snow. I just...
Oh, I loved it. It's
Yeah,
pretty.
that'd be like, okay, well, listen, we're going to play. Got an NBA game tonight. We've slathered the court in Wesson oil.
It's a different game,
No, it's a
Tom.
stupid game. It's dumb. They shouldn't have to do it. We have technology now. We can put roofs on things, removable roofs. It's very nice.
Change the whole game, man.
I know it ruined the game. It ruins the game for me.
No, for
Well,
you.
Congratulations to Cincinnati. I look at these picks, and
Who they think going to beat them Bengals? Nobody.
Unfortunately, Chick, you and for me as well. Let me just go over those. Should we just go over them?
Sure, let's go over
Okay,
them. Let's talk about it.
Chick McGee, you got the Jags.
I got the Jags.
Because that bonus of the 9 points.
Had the +9.
That's where Willie and I got hurt.
That illustrates clearly how the point spread works.
Mm-hmm. And then the Eagles stopped the Giants, so the -7 didn't hurt the Eagles. It was 38-7.
I did not see that.
Chick double shocked that one again for the Giants. Willie and I triumphed in that one.
All I needed was the Giants +32, and I would have gotten my double shot.
If they would have done the line a little different.
Can you imagine putting the Giants +32 up there? Oh, yeah. Well, hell, Giants +30. I'd have taken it.
Yeah. Then Willie took Buffalo. Chick and I took Cincinnati.
Bengals +5.
And they didn't need the 5.
No.
Bengals, of course, went outright 27-10. And Willie took Dallas. And Dak Prescott continued his stellar showings in playoff situations by losing.
Yeah.
The old gag job. Sorry, Christy.
But it was close. It was San Francisco -4, but they won 19-12. Mm-hmm. So there we go.
And they score a touchdown late, covering like a good team should.
Wasn't that so damn annoying? You know how
so beautiful.
You know how good that +4 looked?
So,
when it was when it was that field goal party?
Oh, yeah.
Got a little close there. My bad.
No.
Hey, and,
are you already picking Cincinnati to win?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
I ain't saying.
All right.
Although Cincinnati has beaten the Chiefs 3 straight times. Going back to late 2022, that sounds like a trend to me. I'm not up on my analytics.
Now, there were some nice football games, of course, over the weekend. There were also some comedy shows.
Nice.
What do I have in my hand here?
What? I don't know.
Football's not nice. They were thrilling. They were exciting.
It's the American pastime.
Nice.
I was trying to say something nice about Josh.
Oh, well.
We have some letters here. It was great to see Greg Hahn, Dave Dyer, and Josh Allen.
Let me make a little joke.
Makes a correction. I mean Josh Arnold the other night in Green Bay. This is a very nice letter from John, who enjoyed the show. We have a stack of these. We'll get to these.
Great.
Coming up, but
Josh,
nice.
Josh, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Has anyone ever come up to you and asked you what it was like being married to Roseanne Barr? And a follow-up, has anyone ever mistaken you for Tom Arnold?
I have been introduced on stage as Tom Arnold before.
Is that right?
But I've not been mistaken for him.
Okay.
Per se.
And I told you I was really sorry. I was just watching a lot of Best Damn Sports Show that week. So I was stressed out.
And then, this weekend I was brought up as Josh Allen. So that's what that's referring
Oh, really?
Yeah.
by a mistake?
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Josh Allen Arnold. Pretty much exactly how it went. By my buddy, the Rev, and so he's forgiven. But
Heather writes, I was lucky enough to be in the front row for the show Saturday night in Green Bay with Josh Arnold, Greg Hahn, and Dave Dyer. They were beyond great.
Whoa.
You could market their show as an ab workout, nonstop laughing for 2
look at
hours. My
that.
abs still hurt.
Oh, how
Thanks
nice.
for coming to Green Bay in January. Well, thank you, Heather.
yes, thank you.
So Beyond Great is good, not like Beyond Meat, right?
Yes.
Not a fan?
I'm sure it was a great show. Congratulations, fellas.
Yeah, thank you. We had a great time. Thanks to all who came.
And speaking of great shows, they'll be on the road again this weekend. They being Pat Godwin.
Oh, yeah.
It's Patty G at the Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio, formerly Schizos. Prior to that, personality disorders.
Looney Bin, it was called for.
Bipolar. Remember they had the polar bears, their mascot?
The bipolar. they had
Psychotic.
spinning stage. That'll be this weekend, right, Pat?
Yep.
Friday and Saturday in Youngstown. That'll be some great shows.
Youngstown.
And Greg Warren is also going to be out and about. He'll be our guest later today. He's going to be in Columbia, Missouri at the Blue Note.
Oh.
Is he playing jazz?
I love that name for a jazz club.
Wasn't that
Blue Note.
the famous...
There's one in Chicago, right?
Live at the Blue Note?
I do not know.
I think I went there a long time ago.
I like the Blue Note. I like the Kit Kat Club.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
Oh, yeah, those were the days.
But 2 Ks and a C, not 3 Ks.
That's the great thing, the great scene in Goodfellas. They're at that New York club. Remember that? And they go...
Oh, they walk in?
They walk through the kitchen, and I guess that took days and days
to light it, and you could do it now with your phone.
Yeah, man.
Right?
It's worth it, though.
Oh, for sure.
I guess.
That's
Every time, you two. Every time.
So coming up later in the week, it will be the shoe-in of the week, and we'll review some of that stuff in the NFL coming up today. I'm certainly looking forward to a big week. Here in the show, we have some great guests coming up, including, as I mentioned, Greg Warren today and Reno Collier.
Who was that first one?
Greg Warren.
Jesus. It's Championship Sunday coming up, Tommy. We got the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, and then the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the San Francisco 49ers.
And they're both on Sunday.
And they're both on Sunday at 3 and all times Eastern, 3-ish and 6:30-ish. Yes.
Okay.
And they will hold the 6:30 game if the 3 o'clock game runs long.
And they're not doing the neutral site, by the way.
No, because the Bills lost. Yeah, and that kind of pissed the Bengals off, and I don't blame them because they were selling tickets for the neutral site game, assuming the Bengals would lose. That was a mistake.
Were you the one telling me that?
If it's good, I was, yes.
The NFL, supposedly the NFL is considering in the future doing all of the championship games in a neutral site?
Yeah. Because they found...
that they could make more money?
The genie's out of the bottle when people are bidding and making a big damn deal out of the NFL draft and where it's headed and where it's hosted. And this year, I think it's in Kansas City. So it's rotating. It's becoming they want it to be like Super Bowl week, but I don't
So
know
they think there's a lot of money in the bidding from other cities going, hey, we'll take
AFC championship game,
I'm reading this book,
NFC championship.
and one of the interesting parts about it is talking about bidding for the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And in this particular case, when a team bids for the Super Bowl, they have to reserve all the hotel rooms for the 2 weeks following the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Why?
Because in case for some reason the Super Bowl gets moved, so all the hotels have to agree to not book anyone.
Wow.
Think about what that's going to cost. Anyway,
Do they get their money back if they don't use them?
Well, the point would be what if you want to have a convention the week after the Super Bowl?
Right.
Well, we can't rent any rooms out because. So in other words, the NFL can get whatever it wants. I think it would be incredibly disrespectful for the fans.
Me too.
If they took the championship games,
That would be
home.
Yeah, that would be the big time negative. Is that the home?
But
team,
again, the NFL doesn't care because they've got all the money and all the television rights, and
all the ratings.
they'll be the richest people in the world will be NFL owners if they're not already. So
Right now, the 49ers are getting 3, and the Cincinnati Bengals are getting 1.
they don't need it.
Basically,
Take your mortgage payment on the Bengals right now.
basically a pick 'em on that one.
Is Mahomes going to play with a crutch? What's going on there? We'll talk about this and more coming up.
High ankle sprain.
We have some interesting news involving DNA and Santa Claus coming up.
Isn't that the cutest story?
No, it's not.
No, I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
really cute.
No,
yeah,
it's
she's like a CSI, CSI future. And coming up, big doings. Jerry Jones, sad audio. Don't go anywhere. Very exciting.
Right now, this is the food season. I mean, what isn't the food season? Let's face it. And HelloFresh has pointed the following out. We are ready. They've got their best offer ever. What is HelloFresh? Well, the box arrives at your house, and, of course, the ingredients all fresh. And what do? Well, you put it together, but they've made it super easy because they've done the measuring. They've done the shopping. The recipe cards are included. Every week, more than 35 chef-curated recipes to choose from. And we're talking about stuff that recognizes what the season is. They've got those new falafel bowls or Southwest pork and bean burritos ready in just 15 minutes. You're going to get restaurant-quality food, by the way, significantly less expensive than takeout. Plus, a lot of fun to put it together. Eating well in the new year is a big priority. And HelloFresh wants you to cozy up with what they're referring to as their winter warmers. Willie G., behind the stove over there, what are you cooking?
One of my favorites, the pork and black bean chili with spicy crema and Monterey Jack cheese. HelloFresh sends you 12 ingredients. Put those together in 6 simple steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious chili that you made at home with help from our friends at HelloFresh.
A lot of big games just around the corner. You want to be ready. Just in every day, you want to maybe come home from work and go, let's whip this together. We'll have some great restaurant quality food. Great for date night, Josh. Now, here's the magic number. It's 22. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this code, BT Show 22. You go to HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. Why? 22 free meals and free shipping. Like I said, the best offer ever from HelloFresh. It's HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. That's BT Show 22. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. Check it out. The food is great. You're going to love it. And also a lot of fun to do with the kids as well. We're coming right back. You got a bunch of great stuff coming up, including a pig killing the butcher. Whoops.
All right, pig.
Finally. Pig 1, butchers 80 million when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. My name is Mark Allison. It is Monday, January the 23rd. Greg Warren going to be along with another edition of the Warren Report, and comedian Reno Collier as well with his Country Fried Take. Coming up on Tuesday, Jess Hooker, and I believe the Yak Steaks will happen this week. They've come in, I believe, and yak steaks are on the menu for Tuesday, and comedian Kostaki Economopoulos will also be along to talk about the NFL. And, of course, don't forget about Wednesday, Hump Day. Our relationship expert, Allie Breen, also a fine comedian, will be zooming her way in from New York City with your relationship letters all on the way. But we have to get through Monday first. Again, another look at the NFL. The playoffs roll on. We were getting set for championship weekend. Chick McGee with all the details at the sports desk as we roll on through this Monday with you right here here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A young Rhode Island girl has finally figured out how to determine if Santa Claus is real through DNA. Cumberland Police Chief Matthew Benson said Friday a local girl sent a partially eaten cookie as well as a couple of gnawed-on carrot sticks to the police department to ask if they could be tested for DNA, her name and age not disclosed. Benson forwarded the evidence to the state's Department of Health Forensic Sciences Unit for analysis. The charge, failure to finish snacks. Results pending. Benson praised the girl for her keen sense of truth and for the investigative process. No word on Santa's defense. People across China are ringing in the Lunar New Year with a large family gatherings and crowds visiting temples after the government lifted the strict zero COVID policy, the biggest celebration since the pandemic began 3 years ago. With the easing of most COVID-19 restrictions that had confined millions to their homes, people could finally make their first trip back to their hometowns to reunite with families. Larger public events also returned. The chief epidemiologist at China's Center for Disease Control says the mass movement of people is unlikely to cause another surge because 80% of the population has already been infected. And that's a look at things you may have missed over the weekend. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, I have been doing lots of research, and now if you tell me who your favorite band is or what your favorite movie is or even what your favorite book is, I can tell you what you are saying about yourself.
Okay, Christy, can we start with you? Do you mind? Christy,
right,
Christy?
My favorite movie.
Road-
Man,
is it
no
Roadhouse, did
movie.
we say?
Not Roadhouse.
Okay,
That's
not
the movie
Roadhouse.
that you can't turn away from.
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
My favorite movie.
Yes.
Breakfast at Tiffany with
Oh, my
Audrey
God.
Hepburn.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
boy, that's going to be a really mean one for me to start out on. I can
Ooh.
tell you what you're saying about yourself is I'm not nearly as cute as I think I am. that's what that says about you. It's awful. It's,
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
not.
I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you.
How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say
the hell-
Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Pat, I know you're sick today. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you running a fever?
Oh, I always have a fever, though, Tom. I've got poon fever. It gets hotter every day. It never seems to go away. I'm chasing the strange, cute rear end. And right around the bend, my little furry friend. Poon fever and me.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, let's get a serious tip from you. When you get pulled over for a traffic thing, what's your suggestion? What do you do?
Just be polite.
Yep. Yeah, I can
If you say yes or no, sir, more than likely you're going to get off unless you just run into a jerk. And
You're not supposed to get out of the car, right?
No. You know the best thing to do, and what I always do at night, if they pull me over, I always flip on my dome light and put my hands on the. And they always say, "Oh, you've been arrested before." And I go, "No, I'm an ex-cop." And then all of a sudden, everything just smooths.
Now, how do you prove you're an ex-cop? Do you have some kind of special signal? Or
I just say I make more money now.
And they know that you're.
They know I'm.
I see. Okay, good.
I'm so doing that, telling them I'm next cop.
You don't ever say you know a cop either.
Oh, really?
Because then the automatic response is, "Yeah, I know him. I hate him."
Well, they must know the same cop we know.
Wow.
That is sad.
That's the automatic response.
Oh, really?
That's the worst thing you can say. But I got a friend that's a police officer.
So I have a free pass.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't pull me over.
I'm assuming I can go on with my life.
Hey, I give it the police fund. Does that help if I have the bumper sticker in the car?
No.
That's the first thing they look for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Every drug dealer in the world has one of those.
Boy, you're a chump. You just paid for our last keg party.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I got a question for Josh. Hang on. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. That's Tom. Josh.
Yes, sir.
Did you bring a gift from Wisconsin?
Oh, we were all gifted something from our friend Mel. She gave us some lovely Wisconsin-esque culinary delights, didn't she?
Yes,
cheese curds, apple butter, and all kinds of
cheese
stuff.
curds, Tom.
Yeah.
Sounds delightful.
That's CURDS.
Handy if you're writing a poem for Valentine's Day.
That's right. Many think you're a giant turd.
Roses are red, cheeses are curds.
But I still think
your
you're
old
my
boyfriends are
little cheese curd.
Okay, we have a question here for Josh, actually, before we move on. We were discussing your body hair, frankly. Let's get right to it.
We were?
And you have
When were we talking
you have
about
on
it?
many occasions stated that you like to get the waxing job from the waist down.
It gets the job done, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You like to be like a basketball court down there, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you.
In the process of discussing this last week, both you and Jess Hooker mentioned having tufts of hair above your gluteal cleft.
I did not. I said I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have that.
Right.
But Jess, am I correct in
Jess
saying?
said she did.
Yeah, and I believe Godwin said he had.
Oh, that's where.
Yeah.
She was asking me if I dyed that part of
I
that
see.
hair.
Yeah. So, but you have the big tuft above your ass crack.
No. She's just joking. I have a tiny tuft.
She's not joking. She said she's Italian, and that's the way it goes.
Oh.
I said she's Italian, but yeah, I guess.
Well, as we've established this fact. Paul,
you don't have any hair above your ass crack, do you?
He doesn't have any hair. We talked
Let me
about.
just check back here. A little bit, nothing serious.
Really?
Like an eyebrow's worth. The point is,
yeah, I do, but it's not real thick.
Yeah, but Paul from
It
St.
feels good when I
Paul
pull
from
it
St.
out.
Rip on it there, buddy.
Paul from St. Louis has taken the time and trouble to write us.
Hi, Paul.
And says, are the tufts of hair just above the gluteal cleft referred to as an ass fro?
Pretty good. They are now.
That's good. Oh, boy. If that doesn't have you written all over, the only thing missing from that is he's from Michigan, okay?
He's from St. Louis.
Oh.
Missouri, presumably.
Yeah.
Not St. Louis, Michigan.
Yeah, St. Louis, Texas doesn't.
Okay.
They get all their mail, yeah.
And then here's a request from Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
I bet her name's Margaret.
I never got that.
Yeah, I don't.
How Peggy is the nickname of Margaret.
This is a chick thing he's always had.
I know.
No, it's common knowledge.
Very common, yeah.
It's true, yeah.
Like the word gawky is a word. I don't know how you don't know gawky's a word.
That was a word
How did
problem.
you get into Columbia? I don't understand it.
No one's ever used the word gawky in a sentence on purpose. Yesterday, and now they're doing. For anyone doing Wordle yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you? Matey is a word like
ahoy, matey.
Yeah, if you're Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it in 4. I'm just saying. I put it down as a joke. The point is, where was it? Oh, Peggy writes,
Margaret.
As a huge Bengals fan, would you please play
Tiger King, Tiger King.
So the Tiger King now has a new meaning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this Joe Burrow? Would he be considered the Tiger King?
He made a couple throws yesterday. Makes him the Tiger King.
All right, sing it. Enough. Okay, sorry. As opposed to this one.
Pussy King, pussy King.
Now you got something.
Pussy King, pussy King.
Oh, yeah.
Pussy King, pussy King. Pussy King, pussy King.
I thought we had.
Did Dean do that?
Yeah.
Who?
I thought we had the Cincinnati Bengals fight song in 1968 or something. It's around here somewhere.
Oh, we'll look for it later.
Yeah. No, I want to look for it now.
Are we going to sit here while you breathe into your mic looking for this thing? The moment may be lost.
Straight cash, homie. Okay, here we go. Christian McCaffrey scored the go-ahead touchdown on a 2-yard run in the fourth quarter, and San Francisco's defense did the rest. And where San Francisco's defense left off, Dak Prescott began. The 49ers are going to their second straight NFC title game, 19-12 win over the Cowboys in Santa Clara. San Francisco advanced to play the Eagles in the NFC title game next Sunday in Philly after losing in that round to the Rams a year ago. Cowboys lost for the second Record 7th straight time in the divisional round. That's
Oh,
7.
you got the record?
That's a record.
Okay.
All right. And failed to make it to the NFC title game since winning their 5th Super Bowl way back in 1995.
Man.
When the world and yours truly was young. That's right. Bengals have won 10 in a row now. And Kansas City learned they'll get to host the AFC Championship game against those Bengals instead of playing at a neutral site.
I got something for you. Dealer ad.
Yeah,
They've
it
got the
does.
sales guys out
Right.
there.
Let's see.
Come
That's
in,
smoking
Saturday.
cigarettes.
We've got, yeah.
Those are the days of Greg Cook and Bob Trumpy and Bill Berge.
I don't remember those days.
I was in Central Ohio when the Bengals were formed.
In the 1800s, the place was loaded with wild tigers. And
everybody knows that.
Yeah. They would
Why are they called the
eat the pioneers.
Why is that important to you that whatever their football team name is, it has to have something to do with
The sugar. You got to stop
Put
the
the sugar
sugar.
down.
So damn annoying. It's so bad. It's bad radio.
Sorry, I didn't know you could hear. The Ravens, for example, great name for a team.
Well,
I think
Edgar
it's
Allan
dumb.
Poe hung out in
Ravens.
Baltimore, right?
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great name for a team.
No, football's cool. Poetry's dumb. Bad name for a team.
Bengals are cool. That's a cool name.
Oh,
That's
and
a fine name.
in the interest of equal time, here's the Kansas City Chiefs fight song.
Sounds like a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Wow. Not for long. I got to. You might want
Woo! Go Chiefs, go! And
What
then
do you think that is? Some
that-
Kansas City-based lady, you think? Or?
Sarah McLachlan.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Isn't that interesting?
That
She
does
was
sound like a
only,
TV theme song.
12
it play just a little bit of it again.
tonight on Dallas.
Or, no, there you go. There's your sound. Or it sounds kind of like this.
The Fugitive.
Boy.
Yeah,
Go Chiefs, go! they're pretty
Holy
damn
hell,
close.
yeah. And then we have this one.
Starring Patrick Mahomes as the Chief.
the quarterback.
Hail victory.
This is the formerly known as the Redskins.
Waves on the...
Are they still doing the song with the Commanders now?
Yeah. Hail to the Commanders. Yeah, they do.
That's
yeah,
weak.
they sure do. Yeah.
Maybe you could have written a new one.
Oh, here. I think this is my favorite one in honor of Ace Cosby.
Is that a wind sound effect?
The autumn wind is a pirate.
Wow.
Blustering in from sea, with a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously.
Yeah.
His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash.
Is this the Raiders?
With a silver hat about his head.
Pillaging just for
Is
fun.
that,
I have that on picture
with
disc.
Facenda? Is that
Yeah, John Facenda. Yeah. What's the matter, Ace?
I have that on picture disc.
Wait a minute.
Picture disc.
What? Yeah, it's a Raiders logo.
What's a
Vinyl.
picture disc?
Oh, you know, like back in the olden days
Vinyl
when we'd have
days?
vinyl, they would come with pictures on them.
Sometimes the album
okay.
cover.
I see.
Yeah.
That's probably worth something. I bet
Probably.
you probably have $3 million
Yeah, I
worth
bet you do.
of merchandise in your home.
Some obscure DJ would love all these weird little vinyls you have laying around.
And I didn't know I had this. It's the Dallas Cowboys theme song. You ready?
Yeah.
A father walking his weeping child to the car.
Daddy, why did the Cowboys lose?
Yep. It's what they do, son.
Again.
If you're going to be a fan, you better get used to it.
Oh, no. Better get used to it. Used to it.
Now,
Technically, should it be Whom Day or Who Day?
Oh, Lord, are you not going to do that?
Just a simple.
Please.
please go into the locker room and ask that.
Yeah.
Man pummeled.
Here, I think I can make this work. Please stand by.
Okay.
I'm doing a little production over here, and nope.
Couldn't swing it. Hey, man.
We appreciated the effort.
Yeah, the first part.
Nope.
Sick players and coaches to go along with literally hundreds of thousands of Cowboy fans that are sick.
Oh. Jerry Jones.
Yeah, and then he wrapped it up by saying,
I'm so horny.
It was an odd ending to that.
Yeah, really odd for that news conference. And say what you want about your whatever owner of an NFL team you want to put here as far as being intrusive.
Sure.
But I don't know of any other NFL owner who has a news conference after every single game.
I like it.
Say what you want about Dan Snyder, but... And
I think he has a responsibility to the people to
all right.
and inform them.
Misunderstood hero?
How he feels.
And I would say I'll take any opportunity to watch a billionaire be sad. That's always fun for me.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So you were going to play the
sad violin under Jerry Jones.
Why can't you do it?
Because when I start the other one, it cuts
Kicks
off.
the other one off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So if you could, can you play the sad violin?
I can find a sad violin for you, I think. Let's see, is this it?
When you start
Nailed it.
No, I don't think this is.
Wait a minute, what's that?
look for strumming, not stroking.
Oh, we be stroking. Oh, that's not it. I apologize.
That's the only
That
reason
might be a song fitting for Jerry Jones, if you know what I mean. He's up there, isn't he?
Okay, go ahead. I go. Start him. I got it.
If you were Jerry Jones, wouldn't you just be on the phone all the time? Yeah, send her over. I mean, okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
We've got a locker room full of sick players and coaches to go along with literally hundreds of thousands of Cowboy fans that are sick.
Sick. Just sick.
No, they're
Sick
dead.
of it, Tom. Oh, jeez.
So sorry. Coming up in sports?
Coming up in sports, more about the Buffalo Bills and the losing effort. But DeMar Hamlin was at the stadium yesterday and
shoveling snow. I thought that
one
was
of the
really
boxes. But to Josh's
You got to
point,
earn your paycheck, don't you?
Of all
not gonna
people,
play?
Of all people,
Right.
you shouldn't be shoveling snow.
Right.
Josh's point has long been they could have used him in the secondary.
They sure could have.
What are you doing?
Get out there. I saw him up there.
You're going to get a ticket
Waving
to
his
watch.
arms and stuff.
I guess you are.
He made like the love you guy, like peace sign or whatever.
Does Taylor
You
Swift.
can do that. You can catch a football or whatever it is he does.
That is more salient than anything I heard on the pregame show yesterday.
Whatever it is he does. Mwah. Beautiful.
I'm so sorry. Let's see, where were we?
Where were we? We were playing this.
That trombone player is working overtime. I'll tell you that much.
Yikes.
Angry, mean, and hungry.
Now, how many of the teams now have a theme song that they actually use?
That is an interesting. Here's the Chargers.
They're not using this one.
San Francisco say no to this? It's a little too much
Hey, look,
for
getting
us.
the Village people
A
was
little on
tough.
the nose, fellas.
When I lived in a short time, I was in San Diego. The Chargers went to the Super Bowl, and this was the preferred song to play. San Diegoites, North County, love this thing.
Really?
Yeah.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego.
Woo! Chargers!
Jazz hands.
Team came out on rollerblades.
The team came out on rollerblades.
Exactly what it sounded like.
with pads on, except they wore shorts.
Well, knee pads still came in handy, I guarantee it.
Hey.
I wonder what the Hartford Whalers sounds like. That's a hockey team, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're themed to Rocky.
I don't think there are words. Hartford Whalers.
Why do you have that in your thing over there?
I don't know. Let's see. We also have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, this is cool.
Ooh.
This is shockingly cool.
Can you tell the Cavaliers were formed in like 76?
It sounds like a Guy Ritchie movie. Here we go. We got 3 guys, yeah?
Gotta make it happen. Come on, Cavs.
Come on, Cavs.
Gotta make it happen with your fast break action. Gotta make it happen. Just keep on.
It's kind of dated, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on here. Coming up, we'll check out some more theme songs.
That's right.
We'll review the shoe-in of the week once again. And guests, comedians Greg Warren and Reno Collier will be joining us. Reno with his country fried take. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's important that you can be at your best. We'd all like to be at our best all the time, but sometimes that can be a little difficult. Life can get us all bogged down. It is a bit overwhelming, the world we live in right now. There's odds, maybe too much of everything sometimes, it seems like. Working with a therapist can help you maybe become the best version of yourself. BetterHelp has connected more than 3 million people with licensed therapists. Interestingly enough, BetterHelp is super convenient because it's 100% online. And by the way, you can do it via text if you want to. You can do it with cameras on, cameras off, just voice, whatever you're most comfortable with. And BetterHelp, like I said, they've connected 3 million people with licensed therapists. And you could be one of them. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. Once again, convenient and flexible and affordable because it's done entirely online. You fill out a brief questionnaire, and you will get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, if you want to switch therapists, that's also very easy, and there's no additional charge. Get the details at BetterHelp.com/BT Show if you want to live a more empowered life. Try therapy through BetterHelp. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp, and you can visit BetterHelp today, like I said, at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. And that'll knock 10% off your first month if you go to BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have some out-of-season Santa news. Marshall Tucker news, interestingly enough.
Oh.
Not specifically about the great Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wait till you hear this. Plus, obviously, more stuff in the world of sports, including a world record. And if you were wondering about that hot dog statue, we've got an update for you.
Thank goodness.
That's right. Okay, the important stuff in life. It's a hot dog statue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's from your old stomping grounds.
But I'm eager to hear.
And we'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
What do you want to hear?
Well, I was thinking
what music you want to hear?
I was thinking since it's summertime.
Yes.
And everyone's watching baseball, playing baseball. Do you know your softball tribute?
Yeah, I can try to get through it better than I did the other one. Church League softball. Let's pull the key up.
Great idea.
There we go. Church League softball fist fight. Getting washed in the blood on a Tuesday night. What would Jesus do? Lord, he wouldn't do that. Knock hell out of a preacher with the softball bat. Well, the swinging shepherds from the sheep of the Savior were tied with the Sourwood Church of Christ, an example of some highly unholy behavior in a game that had already been protested twice. Something unbiblical must have been said for them to be aiming heat at a minister's head. Clocking the clergy ain't the thing to do, but neither's the high hard one on a 0-2. Church League softball fist fight, a bloody laying on of hands neath the left field lights, knocking out 4 teeth, getting a busted lip, ain't exactly my idea of Christian fellowship. Church League softball fist fight, rolling around the pitcher's mound, it just don't look right for nice people from the church and the Sunday school class to trade the cup of brotherhood for a can of whoop ass.
Ooh, yeah.
Thank you. Tim Wilson.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy, also our NFL correspondent. Word on the street is Kostaki and Willie Griswold will be attending the Super Bowl coming up in Arizona in the middle of February, just a few weeks off. We don't know who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl. Of course, we still have to get through the NFL championship weekend coming up this next weekend. Chick McGee at the sports desk with all of the details of your National Football League, as well as the NBA and auto racing, and you name it, he pretty much covers it in the world of sports. And there's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair, skating at full strength. My gosh, that's Pat Godwin over there in the performance room. It's a lot of fun on a Monday. Glad you could join us right here. Is that Christy Lee at the news desk? It is. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who was one of the first people to walk on the moon, has married his longtime love in a small ceremony in Los Angeles. Aldrin wrote in a Facebook post, the wedding took place on Friday, which happened to be his 93rd birthday. The post announcing his marriage to Anka Vifar included several photos of the couple. Saturday, they received about 50,000 likes on Facebook. Apparently, she had been working for Aldrin in his company for quite a few years. Authorities are piecing together how 5 inmates escaped from a Missouri jail. They escaped Tuesday evening from the St. Francois County Jail in Farmington. That's about 75 miles south of St. Louis. Chief Sheriff's Deputy Gregory Armstrong said that the inmates got into a cell that was supposed to be closed off because of plumbing repairs, removed the sink and toilet, climbed through the wall, and made it outside. They ran to an office building parking lot somehow, found a car with keys in it and a full tank of gas. One escapee was caught in Missouri on Friday. The other 4 were captured in Ohio by Saturday. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for great moments in NFL history.
The year 1976. The place, Miami, Florida. It was Super Bowl 10, and America was celebrating her bicentennial. The national anthem that year was performed by famous blind entertainer Tom Sullivan. Let's listen to this rare recording of his pre-game performance.
Oh, say, can you see?
Mr. Sullivan,
what?
You're not on the microphone. Take 3 steps forward.
Oh, okay. It's just... Oh. By the dawn's early light.
While organizers were applauded for their support of people with disabilities, fans and critics alike agreed that a stage 12 feet off the ground was a particularly bad idea.
A little help now.
This has been great moments in NFL history.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is gone soon, Carl.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chickie.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Morning, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and Ace is breaking a rule. It's one of my irritations. There is Tom Griswold.
What do you do now?
What's on the underside of your Bengals cap?
A sticker?
Oh, he didn't take the sticker off.
You got to take the sticker off, man. Don't be proud of it. It's a new hat.
It's pretty funny.
They have the where they're introducing the football players.
Yes,
and the one name was Mickey Shell Shower Handle or something.
It gets so silly and funny.
So silly. The Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals advance, play the Chiefs next week in the AFC Championship game. The Bengals are named the Bengals because at the time they had only Bengal tigers at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Ah, okay.
And by the way, they still play the Bengal fight song after touchdowns at the stadium.
Oh, all right.
Any of these singers still alive?
I don't think so. The stadium, you might know it as the Jungle.
That's so cool. So the zoo only had Bengal tigers? That's
No,
kind of
they
a
were
cool
the, I think
zoo.
maybe one of the
I'm
only
lucky they didn't name
zoos
it
that
after
have
the
Bengal.
macaque monkeys.
Macaque.
Oh,
please,
No, it's
please.
macaque,
Sorry.
right? Macaque?
Cincinnati had a gorilla for a while, didn't it?
I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
Let me.
Oh, missed.
you happy now,
Doing a
Billy?
very nice job
You
there.
had to jump into the pen.
Oh, no. I don't want to blame anybody, but it's you. It's your
Yeah.
fault, Billy.
For the rest of his life, that poor kid.
Why did the gorilla have to die? You.
Dear Chick, please inform all that my name is Peggy, not Margaret. However, that was my mother's name, Margaret.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
So
okay.
She's Peggy Jr. Right?
Yes.
How come that you don't have ladies do the junior thing?
I don't know.
I've seen it.
You have?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also
Really?
seen it. One of my cousins.
There you go.
No kidding.
Is a junior?
It's the mother is named Susan, and then the daughter is Susan Catherine, but she goes by Skady. But yeah, legally, technically, it is Susan and.
But
Susan.
you never use as junior.
No. But it's the same effect.
As you know, I'm opposed to junior.
Really?
Oh, big Tom or little Tom?
No, John Hinckley Jr.
All right.
Lee Oswald Jr. Sirhan the Third. You know what I'm saying?
Was Dahmer a junior?
I don't know. It just.
I don't think so.
You're asking for trouble and confusion. I don't know.
Or greatness.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
See?
Junior Sample.
But you don't traditionally hear a woman's name.
It's junior.
Susan Smith Jr. Yeah.
I don't care for junior samples. You know who's a great guy?
Who?
Senior sample.
Have you
salt of the earth?
Don't they serve the junior samples on Sundays at Costco?
PR 549.
Yep.
Dallas Cowboys season came to a close with yesterday's 1912 playoff loss to the 49ers in Santa Clara. No, I'm just sick about it. we got coaches that are sick.
That's some of the best audio you've had in a while.
We got players that are sick. We got fans all across the country. It's just sick. About it.
Sick.
I'm sure that his maid that rollerblades around his house can make him feel better. He's gonna be.
She's out today. She's sick.
Sick because of love. Anyway, footage from outside where the Cowboys play at AT&T Stadium, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Home of Jerry Jones's Cowboys showed Cowboys fans swinging punches at one another following the conclusion of Sunday's game. Fans initially gathered for a watch party earlier in the day at the Miller Light House, where locals usually gathered to tailgate.
It started off so good. So fun.
Oh, so you mean they were drinking all during the game and suddenly a fight broke out?
A fight broke out.
That's astonishing.
Isn't that, yeah. You got to watch, you know who does it well? The Buffalo Bills fans. They know how to drink and party and get along and break tables. Have you seen the baby that was born a Buffalo Bills fan, and they had a little tiny table when he was born? And in his bassinet, you know how they wheel the kids in? You know, they wheeled Willie in, I'm sure. Take a look at that, and you go, I'm too busy. I can't look at it. But,
I'm on the phone.
They took this, the baby had a Buffalo Bills knit hat on and a little jersey, and they took him and put him on top of the table, sat him there, and the table broke.
They didn't do the butt loose thing, though, with him.
No, not with the baby.
At least wait for that.
Yeah, they wait the first solid poop.
Yeah.
What's that called again? The Mercum? Is that what it's called?
No.
Something like that.
Mercurium
or something.
Marconium.
Marconium.
That's it. I think
Marconium.
Not Marconium.
I'm pretty sure it's Marconium.
Wasn't he the guy that invented radio?
Shut up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Once again, the shoe-in of the week coming up again. Is it Thursday? And you're going to
Thursday or Friday
hold off on those picks, are you?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll certainly look forward to that.
I picked early last week, though. I put them up on Tuesday, I think.
No reason to rush it. Let your thoughts ruminate.
Well, marinate? Let that marinate.
Yeah.
Okay, I will remind you that the NFL playoff season continues, and every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Every postseason game you can listen on the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking your friend Alexa to, quote-unquote, open Westwood One Sports. It's the NFL, and it is on Westwood One. We have more sports coming up, including a world record or two.
Yep.
We have Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, you
and,
do.
We have also comedians Greg Warren and Reno Collier. Also in the news today, Toadzilla. Toadzilla is a real thing.
How big?
Well, we're going to find out.
All right, sir.
It's a big.
But is it headed to your city? Find out soon.
Ugly toad. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
All right, so why don't I do this song? This is the song that closes the movie Punching the Clown here.
Okay, good.
It's about being on the road. Oh, so many words. All right. I'm in Minneapolis, you're in Hollywood, and I heard for you things were going pretty good. You're screening your calls. I'm freezing my balls off because I'm in Minneapolis and you're in Hollywood. I'm in Jasper, Texas. You're in La La Land. And I just did a show and got heckled by the Ku Klux Klan. You're having sex on the beach. I'm opening for Screech because I'm in Jasper, Texas and you're in Hollywood. I'm in Opelousas, Louisiana. You're back in L.A. And I heard from you were making $3,000 a day. You're signing some girl's boob. I'm reaching for some lube because I'm in Opelousas, Louisiana, and you're in Hollywood. Just a little footnote here. I did this song in L.A., and Drew Carey came up to me afterward, and he said he liked the song, but he non-ironically came up and said, you know, that one line about the $3,000 a day or whatever, like, it should be more, right? That's not a lot of money. I was like, I don't know what a lot of money is, so I don't know. All right, here we go. Key change. I'm in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. You're in Tinseltown. And I just saw your face on TV while I was flipping around. You're at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'm next door to an Al-Qaeda cell. There's mud coming out of the water spout, and the toilet paper just ran out. So excuse me if I sound just a little off kilter. I've been wiping my butt with a friggin' coffee filter from wherever the heck I said I was, and you're in Hollywood. This is a true story. Okay. I'm at a bowling alley somewhere near Oskaloosa, Iowa. You're on the Walk of Fame. And the people here seem to think my songs are lame. I just did a show and they hated my guts. Some chick with a mullet just kicked me in the nuts. Same damn song for the 2000th time. You are the blossom and I am the vine. I'm gonna go to the hotel and drown my sorrow. Does anybody have a rope I can borrow? Because I'm in wherever the heck I was at. You're in Hollywood.
Henry Phillips, write what you know, the true stories of life on the road.
Except for lyrics that you don't know.
...105 yards on the ground. And Patrick Mahomes sustained a right high ankle sprain in the Chiefs' divisional playoff win over the Jaguars, but the All-Pro quarterback is expected to play in this Sunday's AFC Championship game. NBA winners yesterday, the Clippers, Miami, Toronto, Oklahoma City, Phoenix, Brooklyn, and the Lakers. Top 25 college basketball, number 1, Houston upset by Temple, 56-55. Number 3, Purdue beat Maryland, 58-55. And number 15, UConn beat Butler, 86-56. And the NHL, your winners, the Kings, Winnipeg, Boston, and Arizona, all in regulation. And the Devils won in overtime, beating the Penguins 2-1. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Now in theaters from Bob and Tom Pictures.
Hey, Christy, it's Rob. It's been a while. I was just thinking maybe we should give it another try. Call me later.
Christy, pick up. Hey, how you doing, girl? It's me. I'm back in town. Man, the West Coast sucked. Oh, come on, give me a call.
Hi, Christy. Hey, it's me. Remember me? Hey, I was looking at some old pictures of that time back in Tuscaloosa. When, I'm sure you remember. I'll call me.
From Bob and Tom Pictures, Christy Lee stars in The X-Men.
Hey, Christy, it's your favorite drummer. I'm in town playing for a new band called Saber. Call me.
Hey, Christy, it's me, Donnie Baker. Hey, I was cleaning out the boat, and I found a pair of your, anyways, I think they're yours. Can we try it again, man? I got the motor fixed. I swear to God it works better. You ain't gonna have to row or nothing this time. On my pager.
Christy Lee's X-Men, now showing every other weekend and Wednesdays if she's not too busy.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are...
Cramp. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. The extraordinary edition. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Partially dressed. There's...
What do you mean I'm partially dressed?
Pat Godwin.
Your vagina is out.
Don't tell people that.
No,
I have a tag for that I'm not going to do. I just want you to know I have a tag. I am not going to do it, though. Okay? So I'm going to let that go.
I was going to
pretend I never heard it.
Mine was relatively harmless. I was just going to say...
No, mine was not harmless.
You're not wearing a hat, is what I was going to say.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be rather unusual anatomical.
I don't know why you wear a hat on your vagina, but still.
Did I say hi, Pat Godwin?
You did. That's a cute hat,
Hi
Christy.
again.
It looks nice.
Is that better?
Yeah.
It has a big K, the last letter in pink slip, which is what Josh will be getting
I
at
don't.
the end of the day.
I don't.
Technically P.
I don't care for the way you wear your headphones. It's over your hair. Why don't you push your hair back behind the headphones?
Because.
Can't you?
Ponytail through the hole.
Well,
Because.
fair enough. Yeah,
Oh, I can put
Wait, ponytail
like
through
that?
the hole sounds like a sex move.
You ever
Hey,
put
why is she walking funny?
I love that game.
You ever put your ponytail through a glory hole? You ever do
Nope,
that?
never done that.
I have an idea. Did you finish the intros?
No.
I have a place to go, and
There's
it's not
Josh Arnold.
the
See?
unemployment line.
See, that's
That better?
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Wait, that's kind of a funny. This would be kind of a funny a cartoon for Playboy. You know those little cartoons. Is there's a guy standing in a urine or a stall in a bathroom, and there's a ponytail coming through the glory hole, and he just goes, "Hey, turn around." I think that's funny.
Or which do you like? Hey, turn around, or you're doing it wrong.
Turn around.
Turn around, or you're doing it wrong.
No, your turnaround's funnier,
Really?
but not that funny.
Or you're facing the wrong way.
You're facing the wrong way. Or I'm getting nothing.
So the implication is that the guy has a ponytail.
Whoever's back there. Yeah, sure.
So your contention is that it's primarily a homosexual encounter.
That would be.
Is that right?
The actual fact.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
So you're telling me the guy's in a stall in a men's room, and in the stall next
Some
to him,
lady went,
there's
"You
some
know what?
lady.
You know, it sounds like a good idea.
I'm feeling peckish. Why not walk into the men's
What
room
could go wrong?
and put?
Have you ever been or seen a glory hole, Christy?
Nope, never.
Have you?
Oh, sure.
I don't mean been. I mean, have you seen one somewhere?
I've seen
absolutely.
one.
I have never seen.
Absolutely.
I've never seen one. Either.
No.
Neither have I.
There was one in the Butler Library on the campus of Columbia University.
Well, I believe that.
Oh my!
Absolutely.
God.
Why would you know that?
Because if I use the toilet on occasion, I know it's hard to believe, but
And Thomas Jefferson got a Hummer.
And there,
if it was Alexander Hamilton.
Whatever.
The point is,
Same thing.
Have you finished the intros? Are you even close?
There's Ace Cosby.
Thank you. Gee, it's unbelievable.
Who day? There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I too am a Bengal fan. I just got my first Bengal sweatshirt. I'm very excited. I'm Chick, and there's Tom.
Thank you very much.
Where were we?
I've lost my place.
Patrick Mahomes.
My man.
Let's try it again. Patrick Mahomes.
My man.
There we go. He sustained a right high ankle sprain in the Chiefs' divisional playoff win over the Jaguars.
He was upset about it, too.
He did not want to come out of the game, and he was concerned that, that's an independent doctor or whatever. He has the doctor that examines and checks for concussions and injuries in general. He doesn't have anything to do with the team that he's working for.
which is good.
Working
He's
for
a disinterested third party is the term you're looking for.
And paid by...
As opposed to uninterested, which would be my description of the sportscast.
Mahomes is expected to... Mahomes...
My man. There's a distinction, Christy.
To play in next weekend's AFC Championship game against the Bengals. X-rays taken during the game came back negative. Prognosis negative.
So when they take those X-rays, do they irradiate the whole stadium?
No.
Yes, it's a gigantic flash.
Well, that's what
everyone has to wear a blanket.
That's what takes so long. Yeah, you got to put the vest on.
And
all the
fans have to put on logoed X-ray vests.
That tells me I need a weighted blanket. How much I love being under one of those.
Oh, isn't that great?
Yeah,
those are comfortable.
It's like being back in the womb, isn't it?
You have one of those?
I have a weighted blanket.
You
love
like
it. I love it.
Can you get out of it?
Yeah, I can get out of it.
That's what I was going to... I don't see you as being...
Okay, I may
bench
have bought the
press.
kid size, but I do have one.
Okay, all right.
I do.
How much can you bench press?
It's been a while.
No, that's not the answer. Watch this. Willie,
50 pounds?
How much can you bench press, Willie?
All of it.
All of it! That's the answer.
Good answer.
I can't do that.
Check
do that.
Last year at Radio Row, I did that to Austin Eckler. He loves it. I'm sure he uses it all the time now.
Running back for the San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers.
I hope you sent Greg Hahn a check.
I gave it to my man Chick.
I don't think Hahn came up with that.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
That reminds me, we are sending a couple of the boys to the Super Bowl. That would include...
Who did?
You're going?
Not me.
Oh.
You
No,
can't dynamite me out of the house on Super Bowl Sunday. You out of your mind?
Willie and Kostaki, right?
Are we going to the actual game this year, though, or just working the week of?
That I don't know yet.
And I have the over-under on amount of times Kostaki's punched by an all-pro player. It's going to be 3.
Ah, okay.
I was going to say, I was going to say that was 4 for a while, but then.
So you haven't had much of a career lately?
Man.
What? I'm kidding.
Man.
What?
This just in. Did you know this? That do you have that Bengals fight song over there?
Of course.
Whoa. Now, have you Googled the lyrics?
Whoa.
No.
Well, this is like one of the. This is sort of like the national anthem, where everyone's familiar with just the
mean and angry.
There are actually like 6 verses.
Yeah, there are more verses.
There's a weird second verse about slavery no one knows about.
No, thank you, Willie. Thank you for stepping in the Chick McGee role of how to derail a joke before it's even delivered.
Josh!
No, in the second verse.
I get dragged.
It says, this team is really swell and screw Art Modell.
Oh, wow.
Really,
That's
a
little shade.
Paul Brown really wanted.
No.
Yeah, Paul Brown wrote the lyrics. Apparently not an Art Modell fan. I'm sure what happened there.
Those two just did not like each other.
Okay, well, with good reason.
And finally in sports, stupid world record. Pizza Hut has broken the Guinness World Record for the largest pizza.
Oh.
To help promote the return of its big New York.
Well, they had a choice. That or the largest hut.
And Jabba was already dead. Thank you.
Solo sad.
That doesn't sound anything like Jabba.
All right. I think it's, isn't it just Frank Oz doing another voice that sounds like Miss Piggy?
It's not. Please.
I'm Yoda. Do I sound like Miss Piggy? Yes.
They all sound like Frank Oz.
They all sound like. The return of the big New York pizza at Pizza Hut. They collaborated with YouTube star Eric Decker.
Anybody familiar with him?
I'm not.
The giant pizza measured 13,990 square feet.
Whoa!
Beating the previous record of 13,580 square feet.
When I read this, I thought, okay, so how big is the table?
Maybe it's on the floor.
So then I Googled the pictures of it. Yeah, it's on the floor.
Well,
Parking lot? How'd they bake it?
Only 12 slices.
And it looks like they must have obviously baked it in hundreds of ovens and then sort of put it together.
I see.
Like like you would a tile floor.
What is it? You better cut that into 8 slices. I couldn't eat 12.
Hilarious. Yeah.
How about that? No?
So I don't think it's as impressive as Domino's new promotion.
Oh,
what's that?
You buy a 14,000 square foot pizza and you get free breadsticks and a Pepsi.
Oh, that is a better promotion, isn't it?
And what about Little Caesars? You get 2 pizza.
They are donated. They donated all the pizza, by the way, to
good
local rats.
Various.
Oh, for people who like to eat gravel with their pizza.
Yeah,
various.
Hey, you want some ground pie?
Yeah, I'm assuming they must have. I'm trying from the photograph. They put down some kind of butcher paper or something, so the pizza wasn't right there on the.
Well, of course.
Doesn't keep the roaches off, does it? Come on, bums. Here you go.
Roaches survive a nuclear
No, don't use your hands. Down on your hands and knees.
That's right.
Oh, no.
That's how you want it or not.
Shove it through that glory hole.
I like degrading charity. We're helping people, but we're making them.
You got to remind them.
We have roaches coming up in the news.
Oh,
gentlemen, start to grovel. This reminds me of something.
No, that's a wonderful thing and a great promotion.
This reminds me.
Totally saved me.
Christy, yesterday,
yes.
It was my little girl Finn turned 10 yesterday. Go Finn.
Finny!
And
Who feels old?
I took her to to this candle making place.
Oh, every 10-year-old's
Yeah, she's not turning 87.
Boy, I just wish Daddy, I'm turning 10. Can I go make my own candle?
No, she had
all the candles look like penises. You know they do.
She had a series of parties, and they had a
series of parties.
On a Friday night, they went and had to a cake place and made sushi.
Right. She made
the
her
point
own
is,
candle.
I want to show
the
this.
The point is, you're out of touch with your children.
No, they had a great time.
Oh, good. And you made some candles?
They take these bottles that have various scents in them, and you make candles that smell like certain things. They loved it.
Okay.
But I want to show this to Christy because when you walk in, they have like 200 candles and the sense that you can get candles in.
6 ones free.
I took a picture of this because I didn't believe it. What does it say, Christy?
It says cannabis, and there's a picture of a marijuana leaf.
Wow.
So you can make a candle that smells like cannabis. And I was thinking, well, isn't this a bad idea? Wouldn't it be
Well, depending on
actionable?
where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're in a non-legal pot state, and then one of the women there told me, no, you burn this thing, and then if the cops knock on your door, you go,
It's a candle.
it's our cannabis candle we made at my 10-year-old girl's birthday party.
Oh, my gosh.
And can I please go on record? I've had 5 people gift me one of these candles before. I do not want this candle. I don't know what vibes I get off to make you think I want this candle. I do not need this candle in my life.
I think it might be all the things you say.
And dude, oh, you mean it's just my words and my actions?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I get it. My bad.
Christy, this place was great.
I heart weed, maybe.
I can't.
And it was packed. And there were adults having birthday parties and stuff. It was super
adults.
cool.
I don't see a
Adults having
10-year-old.
These girls loved it.
I have no doubt. I'm sure they got to get...
They had a great time. But
Hey, what's going on?
There
Oh,
are
my
candles.
dad brought me to make my own
Melt the
candle.
wax, the whole thing.
They got to use heat.
Isn't that
and
dangerous?
No, they have attendants that pour the.
You got to be
whatever it's
careful.
called, paraffin.
Johnny Tremaine, your hands.
Nice reference. Very good, Josh. I forgive you for the horrible thing you said about Christy's mommy parts.
I don't care.
And their position.
It was out.
They're not on her head. They're
Hey, there's nothing quite like
I know,
hearing
fine.
the words mommy parts in your Raycon earbuds, is there?
They're exactly right.
I don't think so. The new year's here, and earbuds are even more indispensable in 2023. And for premium audio at a perfect price, you gotta go with Raycon. Raycon's earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. With optimized gel tips, fit every ear ever made. And Raycon's also give you 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life. And we haven't even mentioned 3 customizable sound profiles. And Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews. There's no higher review. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your already low Raycon price. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, what do we have over there? Anything else in sports?
We'll take a look back at this year's NFL season.
The entire season?
Yep, starting with game one.
It will wrap a bow right on.
That's right.
Why don't you do that right now so when we come back we can do something else. Coming up, Marshall Tucker update, but not the band.
Marshall Tucker, he's a mean.
Macho man.
We have a Toadzilla in the news. Why chocolate tastes great. Science is telling us that.
Because
Okay.
it's chocolate?
What do you have, Christy?
None of those stories.
Good. When we come back, Christy will have something else.
And if you've taken anyone 10 years old or under to make their own candle, we want to hear from you. And how long did the crying last when they realized that's what they were doing for their birthday?
Oh, they had a blast. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mark Allison along with you as we roll through this Monday morning together, January 23rd. Greg Warren on the way with another edition of the Warren Report. And you can catch Greg out on the road at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri, coming up this Friday night, January the 27th. And then Thursday, February 2nd, the Burlington Auditorium in Burlington, Iowa. Friday, February 3rd at the Olympic Theater in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Get your tickets at GregWarrenComedy.com. And that man, Greg Warren, will be our guest this morning with another edition of the Warren Report. And later this morning in the 9 o'clock hour Eastern Time, Reno Collier will join us out of Tennessee with his country fried takes. So we are going to have a great morning. So glad you could be with us. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Lisa Marie Presley has been laid to rest in Graceland's meditation garden near her father, Elvis, and her son, Benjamin. Yesterday, her funeral was held on Graceland's lawn on a great chilly morning. Axl Rose, Billy Corgan, and Alanis Morissette were among the performers. Jeremy Renner says he broke more than 30 bones when that snow tractor ran over him New Year's Day near Lake Tahoe. Renner writes on social media, quote, resolutions all change this particular New Year's. He said 30-plus broken bones will mend, grow stronger, just like the love and bond with family and friends deepens. Renner was helping a relative dig their car out of snow when the accident happened. And Kenny Loggins is going on his final concert tour. The This Is It tour will start March 10th in Sarasota, Florida. As of right now, the last scheduled date will be in Inglewood, California, October 27th. Loggins is 75. And Avatar: The Way of Water has made $2 billion worldwide. And for a sixth straight week, it topped our box office. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus. And I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Dad, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1912. The place, Hocker on Rhine, Germany. After several complaints about unsanitary conditions from competitors in a sledding event, it was determined that some of the participants were unaware of the precise nature of a particular event. Once the officials removed all the phlegm balls from the course and explained that the name of the event was pronounced luge and not loogie, the competition continued without any further problems. Ironically, the eventual winner of the luge event was an Austrian named Karl Bürgermeister. He took the gold medal by a narrow margin over Norwegian athlete who was disqualified.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yesterday we were talking about hickeys.
Yeah.
I have a story for you.
Which one of your daughters has one?
No, nobody has hickeys, but we have death by hickey.
Death by hickey? Were that me? I'm sure the officers would stand over my body and say, I have a feeling this is how he'd wanted to go.
More chalk.
Yes, because I'm so gigantic.
My God.
One stick of chalk would never be enough.
We had to use a whole box of chalk to outline his.
Look at him. He had to take his headphones off, lean back, and he's screaming with laughter.
He's just an awful person.
More chalk.
Lucky numbers.
Man, if that weren't funny, I'd be so mad.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control. More
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. What the hell's going on? We got coughing, we got chewing.
I don't know what's going on.
There's Christy Lee.
I'm allergic to work.
Getting sick, I think. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick McGee.
There's Josh Arnold.
Wait a minute. Pat was a little under the weather Friday. The weekend happened, and now Christy's.
No, I'm fine. I'm not under the weather.
What could have happened Saturday or Sunday?
Don't
say anything, Christy.
I'll take the
Oh,
under.
God, no.
Did you
No,
two
no, no,
guys,
no.
you two guys make out again?
No.
I did not see Pat over the weekend.
All right.
That you know of.
There's a
I think I'd remember.
That dream that you had.
There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom, and we have a feature concerning Tom.
What?
Good morning, all you knuckleheads. I listen or watch the show every day. Either
thank you.
On the app or the YouTube.
We sure appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Since the first show of the new year, 2023, I've been noting Tom's pretentious statements.
What, did you quit your job?
And by the way, I'm Mark, and yes, I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. Okay, here we go. There are 14 pretentious statements, Tom.
Go ahead.
I saw Eli Manning while skiing over Christmas break. The house someone is allowing me to stay in is poorly built.
That's false. I never said that.
You can...
You're just a liar at this point.
You can see into the parlor bathroom in reference to a drowned squirrel he had to fish out of a toilet.
Parlor bathroom.
I never tried a Pop-Tart.
You never had a Pop-Tart.
They don't appeal to me. They look awful.
Oh, they're so good.
Even when you were a kid?
And speaking of that, when I turned a certain age, I had to sit for an oil portrait.
Yeah.
In regards to how often sheets are washed, I have no idea. Not my area. In the house I'm building, I could get them installed. He's referring to a shower head new to him, but aware to everyone else. I was in a meeting with high-level alcohol executives, and they knew all the demographics of all the sales.
You were at that meeting, were you?
I don't think I was.
You were, Christian.
I was.
It wasn't it was fascinating that these people knew their business so well. You could say, hey, this county in whatever, California, and they'd go, yeah, they drink this wine, this beer, this. It's fascinating stuff. It wasn't a matter of being pretentious. It was a matter of paying attention.
At some point, you said to Al Jackson, is it like when you're skiing and they pull your tag because you're being dangerous? In regards to Josh's 7th anniversary on the show, I can call the penny farthing guy. I know.
That one was crazy.
I know in town.
That was crazy.
Well, Josh wants to ride a penny farthing, which is that old-timey bicycle with the big wheel in the front. And we're discouraging this because Josh would fall and break his neck.
I will absolutely.
I see Josh.
And I said, if you're going to do it, we're going to need a crane.
Sure.
Because, now just follow me here on this. I'm not trying to be mean.
Crane.
We could put Josh in a harness.
You don't have to try.
In a harness, and so that if he were to fall, he would dangle, the crane would hold him up.
Yeah,
What
let's
if
do that.
Instead of a crane, we used like a series of balloons?
Complicated, but great idea.
Like up?
So
Like
wait a
weather.
minute. So the crane has to follow him and the bike around?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's going to be. It's going to cost a little bit. Sure.
How about like a bungee cord from, do it indoors from the ceiling? And he could go around in a circle.
Yeah, but you have to have the ability to shorten the cord depending on how far he...
Wouldn't you rather him save the money and just give it to you?
Yes. I didn't consider that for the employees.
But then there's no chance of him breaking his neck.
My stove has a column next to it that a spice rack slides out of.
Now, see,
I want one of those.
In my
I do
defense,
too. I wish I had one of those.
this is my old house that I just moved out of. When that house was built in 1932, and I had it redone. It took 2 years, but I didn't realize that when they did the kitchen, I'd been living there for 6 months before I noticed it. Someone else walked up and they yanked on this. It looked like a banister thing, and they yanked on it, and out came 2 spice racks. It was amazing.
How about that?
How many times have you driven back to the old house?
Just the once.
Yeah.
Had to pick up a.
No, by mistake.
Oh, that's a fair question.
Started heading home and went, oh, I don't live there anymore.
No, I can't do it anymore because they've shut all the exits.
Oh.
Well, that was convenient.
Need to move here. It's great. They have a freeway that no one can get on.
When you're flying behind a boat on a kite in the Bahamas, it gets very quiet up there.
Fascinating. It was a parasail, actually.
You're the one who couldn't think of
I
it.
couldn't think of the name of it. It's not a kite. It's a parasail.
I met a guy who runs a surfing school in Costa Rica.
That's how I think we immediately burst into laughter.
Yeah.
I did. I was renting a car, and the guy he said he was from Costa Rica. We got talking.
Hopefully,
Was he working behind the counter?
Hopefully, this will be our family trip next summer.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Sorry, Willie.
There's a couple of surfing camps.
Have you surfed? Have you ever surfed?
Yeah, in Miami when I was a kid.
All right.
Fun?
Yeah, you bet. I was never very good at it, but get like a big longboard, paddle like hell, stand up a little bit, real fun.
yeah.
Cool.
And the final pretentious statement so far in the year 2023, as kept track of by Mark from Saginaw. I helped a friend move. He had one of those antique barber chairs. It weighed a ton.
What's pretentious about that?
I have no doubt.
Well,
It's just kind of weird.
chair.
it's pretentious.
It's kind of a frat boy thing this guy had.
Expensive.
And an indoor basketball hoop.
No. We were moving out of the ghetto.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Christy, remember when you stayed in an Airbnb and there was a gynecological table there?
Yep. There was a whole, it was a medical, almost a mini medical
That's a good
museum.
sign.
Yeah.
Was there a?
It had all kinds of stuff.
A morgue?
No, this was in it was in the Hudson Valley, in New York.
We hope you enjoy your stay. I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. By the way, H.H. Holmes owned this place. Bye!
We did a promotion once where a guy showed up with a pickup truck with a gynecological table in the back.
Oh, no.
It was a long story. We were
Can we have a sign? Walk-ins welcome? Or
Just driving that is actionable now. I think.
In the defense of this house, I think it was actually the first gynecological table. It was really.
You showed us a picture.
Yeah, weird looking.
Antique, was it?
Yeah.
Was it like?
I assume the principle is relatively the same. I would.
Well, of course.
Was it like for charcuterie or something? Or
and of course, they called it a hysteria prevention table back then.
Yes, I saw the movie.
Yeah, they'd heat up the tongs with a charcoal fire, like a blacksmith.
Get them nice and red now.
About to shoe a horse. Wait a minute, they're a little hot. You want to get those? You've got to get those tongs a little bit cooler.
Best I rented a house with an elevator. Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm at ATL. Just got in from ORD through MCO after a quick touch ago at DF Dub. I had to call you guys today. The TV in the Sky Club has been nonstop with this news story about that guy in Massachusetts who got arrested for his wife's murder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, she disappeared on Christmas. Then the cop searched his computer. Turns out this Zone 4 mongrel Googled stuff like, can baby powder cover the smell of a dead body?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And is a hacksaw best for cutting through dense bone? I know. I told Tomek, I said, he basically Googled everything except, how do I clear my search history? I know. How do you just hand over your laptop without doing that first? I mean, in the words of Hall & Oates, no can do, cowboy. Am I right?
Yes.
Right.
You're right.
I mean, whether you're looking up big, heavy gnats like my boy Willie or you're Josh playing cuck goose, you might want to cover those tracks.
Yeah.
That's why this million miler has a burner phone and a burner laptop.
Nice. Really?
Yeah, one for work and one for the river when I'm done with it. Yeah, that one's registered to Carlos Danger. Anything goes wrong, it's on standby for life. I'm only out $200 at hardware, $95 in CompuServe, and 3 more payments to Verbal Advantage. Hang tight, I almost forgot. It's Monday, and I got to update my voicemail greeting on the flagship phone. Just a sec.
Go ahead.
I got this down. Just a sec. Hi, you've reached the voicemail box of Ken Tarmac. Today is Monday. And while that might mean the start of the work week for you, it's simply a continuation of service after the sale for me. So at the tone, leave your name, number, and please repeat the number as I travel quite often. And if I'm in flight, oh crap, I forgot to close my laptop. Where's the volume on this thing? What in the name of that bastard is going on? Great, now all this Concourse B knows I've been to horny skyhack for. Could hear it down the whole jet bridge. Bob and Tom, let's reload for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a pig tag
Bye,
this.
Kenny.
I need a pig tag this. You have a pig tag?
Thanks, Kenny.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, Kenny Tarmac needs a better travel agent. He's got to get some direct flights sometime.
Well, he likes the miles, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
what it is?
banking those miles.
Okay. Yeah. Did you read about this guy?
This guy in Massachusetts, his wife disappeared on New Year's Day. Yeah, I read about it. This was the best part, too. instead of doing it on, and I don't want to ruin Kenny's thing, but he used his son's iPad to look up all this stuff.
Yeah, that'll hide it. Yeah.
Like the cops aren't going to look there.
God, what a bummer.
Come on.
Such a bummer.
Oh, he's so creepy.
Yeah.
Take him out.
Well,
now I have a really dumb question.
What?
If you Google that, will you get the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah.
So
and probably a YouTube video.
Well, they think that her remains have been incinerated, that he dumped them in the trash bin, and that particular bin had already gone to the dump or whatever and had been incinerated. So, yeah.
So, you're trying to get rid of a body.
Yeah, here's the way to do it.
Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
But it's kind of frustrating. It's like when you look up a recipe online, they don't just get to it immediately. It's like getting rid of a body reminds me of when I got rid of my first body. A lot of hair in this thumbnail.
Now, why do you have to have the story? I did that over the weekend.
By the way, that is an absolute fact.
Right.
You're in a hurry. You're trying not to burn the turkey, and all of a sudden you have to have the history of feathers.
My grandmother
Chapter
used to
1.
always
Wait
do
a minute.
this. I don't care.
It's boring, but truly the reason is the website gets more money, whatever. The longer you look at it, the more you scroll, the more you click.
Oh, I see.
So that's why it's step 2. You have to click here to get to the actual recipe, things like that.
And I have an idea. For when I had to spend a little bit of time at a medical clinic the other day doing something. So I was sort of stuck in front of a TV for a long time. And it was on HGTV.
Yes.
Have they just given up? Should they just do a show where they have super hot women and attractive men doing stuff with tools and just say no? It's
You
time
don't.
for
You haven't obviously been
bikini
watching.
sawhorse, whatever.
Oh, Bikini Sawhorse is pretty good.
Yeah.
The pilot was shaky, but I think they'll find their footing. It'll be all right.
Just saying. Did we have one more sports story?
No, we did not.
We don't. Okay. Well, you want to review your NFL thing one more time, real quick?
Well, right after I play the Bengals fight song.
Play the second verse where Paul Brown sings about screwing Art Modell.
Cincinnati Bengals travel to Kansas City Chiefs this weekend for the AFC Championship, and the San Francisco 49ers visit the Philadelphia Eagles at the Link.
Couple of good games.
That's the tougher one to call, don't you think?
Couple of great games.
Because the Bengals are going all the way. That's clear.
Eagles and the Niners, the 49ers.
And when a game start Saturday at noon?
3. First one's 3. Second one's
They're both
6:30.
Sundays, is that correct?
All Eastern, yeah.
All on
So
Sunday.
noon Pacific is what I was talking about. Sorry.
Well,
Is that right?
Are you going to be in
Oh, I'm on
California?
LA time.
Oh, that's good. 'cause
Hollywood time
Since
is
you're
what
going to
I
be
like.
moving there after you're fired, it'll be handy.
All right. Well, yes. I look forward to,
As a matter of fact, just take
mopping up a porn warehouse.
Yes. Also, if you keep treating Josh like this, I'm sure his writing packet is ready to go.
Did I ever tell you my LA porn story?
I don't think you have. I feel like I would have heard it.
Yeah, and thank you for not saying porno. How nice of you.
This is true. Let's see. How do I tell the story? We were at a meeting in Los Angeles.
Well,
with a
That's not any meeting. It's a Los Angeles meeting.
and it was a radio thing. But the point of the story is this guy was telling us that he was watching television and wasn't really paying attention. And he had explained to his wife that they had to move a bunch of radio stuff, and they had to move it to a place because the computers generated a lot of heat. They had to find a place that they could that could be refrigerated.
Gotcha. So all this equipment needs to go.
Yeah, it has to be in a. So anyway, to make a long story short, his wife said to him, "Hey, honey, look at this. It was a bust of a porno warehouse." Back in the days of all of the VHS tape and stuff, and the cops were hauling out all these tapes, and the stand-up guy on the ground for the news is going, and this refrigerated building, the 4th floor of a high-rise in Los Angeles, blah, blah, blah. And they're going, wait a minute, that's exactly what we need. And they actually ended up renting that space where the porn company had been evicted because they found a place that was refrigerated for all their computers.
Well, that's serendipitous.
So that's where porno meets radio, with the exception of this show last break where Josh pornographically referenced Christy Lee.
That was an hour ago,
trying
and
to
it
be
was all
polite
right.
and let her know, hey, tuck that away.
Thank you, Josh.
I don't have to talk. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Coming up, we have an interesting story about Marshall Tucker.
Oh, I thought you were going to say martial arts.
No. We have a pig killing a butcher.
Yeah.
Finally. And among many other things, Christy, what have you got over there?
I bet there are pigs everywhere going, I didn't know we could do that. This is great.
I have a sweet story about Buzz Aldrin. He got married over the weekend.
Really?
Buzz is in his
93. It was on his 93rd birthday.
Be interested to know how old she is.
63, I can tell you.
Oh,
That's
going
wife
young,
number
huh?
4, if I'm counting.
Yeah.
Robbing the cradle there.
And
Buzzy.
only 55% of people in England can locate this body part. We'll be back with that.
Uh-oh.
The epiglottis.
The arse.
The epiglottis.
You're getting close.
Close.
It's all when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
And it was I was flying from somewhere to somewhere, and I saw in the magazine they said 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain, and that's the smart people. And then I called my friend and I told him that, and we made this up. They say 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3%, and the rest goes down the drain. I'll never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3% 100% of the time. They say 60% of all statistics are made up right there on the spot. And 83.4% of people believe them, whether they're even accurate statistics or not. Well, I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I'll need another double shot of something 90 proof. I got too much to think about, too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, there's too much to think about. You know, 70% of everything you learned in college is something you're not gonna need. Because 84% of everything you bought, you got that just to satisfy your greed. Because you know that 96% of the wealthiest population drink to an alarming excess. Even though 97% of the wealthiest 1% of this population drinks, I messed that up. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. I stuck between hope and doubt, oh, too much to think about. They say 6% of all statisticians truly hate their job. And the average bank robber lives within about 20 miles of the bank that he robs. There's a little bank not so far from here. I've been watching it now for a while. It seems like lately all that I can think about is how bad I want to go out and stop. There's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, too much to think about, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Godwin, check him out at patgodwin.com. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A young Rhode Island girl has finally figured out how to determine if Santa Claus is real through DNA. Cumberland Police Chief Matthew Benson said Friday a local girl sent a partially eaten cookie as well as a couple of gnawed-on carrot sticks to the police department to ask if they could be tested for DNA, her name and age not disclosed. Benson forwarded the evidence to the state's Department of Health Forensic Sciences Unit for analysis. The charge, failure to finish snacks. Results pending. Benson praised the girl for her keen sense of truth and for the investigative process. No word on Santa's defense. People across China ringing in the Lunar New Year with a large family gatherings and crowds visiting temples after the government lifted the strict zero COVID policy, the biggest celebration since the pandemic began 3 years ago. With the easing of most COVID-19 restrictions that had confined millions to their homes, people could finally make their first trip back to their hometowns to reunite with families. Larger public events also returned. The chief epidemiologist at China's Center for Disease Control says the mass movement of people is unlikely to cause another surge because 80% of the population has already been infected. And that's a look at things you may have missed over the weekend. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and
I
Tom.
heard you guys talking about them new Mountain Dew hot sauces.
Right.
Man, this is the best combo since they figured out a way to put the lotion in the Kleenex. Swear to God. Man, I should have walked into Shark Tanks with a handle of Mountain Dew hot sauce, got a reverse mortgage from Mark Cuban's, and right off the Sunset with that Lori Grinders, the hot one.
Yeah.
Swear to God. I like when she wears them tops that have them little see-through windows carved out.
Yes. On her shoulders.
You know, it's like a sunroof for hammers.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schmitz, but for me,
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Tonight on Bob and Tom Television's Animal Channel, it's Miracle Pests, the show that examines the unexplained actions and surprising heroics of the smallest and most maligned of animals, pests. We'll take you to Kokomo, Indiana, and we'll meet Roger Mondour and find out how termites ate through his floor, causing him to fall into his basement just before a tornado devastated his home. Next, we'll take you to DeLand, Florida, to tell you the story of Maggie Couder and the mouse who ran up her leg and frightened her so badly she ran out of her house just before it mysteriously exploded. Then we'll go to Segmack, Arkansas, and meet the Cheeseman family. We'll hear their true story. A swarm of Canadian wasps attacked and repelled an armed intruder as the Cheeseman family napped in their home following a baked bean dinner. Finally, we'll meet Harriet Billingsley, who, upon discovering a swarm of pubic lice, rushed to the drugstore to get a bottle of Quell shampoo and, on impulse, purchased what turned out to be $1 million winning lottery ticket. Join host Dick Verman tonight for Miracle Pests. Miracle Pests, only on Bob and Tom Television.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Oh, generous.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Nothing is making sense.
Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He bought a ticket just watching the show.
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. There's
I bet.
Josh Arnold.
It's all happening, chick.
Yeah. All coming together just the way I planned it. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Ace and I agree. Go Bengals. Who dey? Who dey? Who dey ain't gonna beat them Bengals?
It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun.
Nobody. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo, yo.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick. Now, we'll be getting to your picks coming up shortly.
No.
Also coming up today.
The picks are coming Thursday or Friday. Cough.
Yes.
Button.
Nah.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Fair enough. And here's the players after yesterday's game and when the Bengals beat the Bills.
In the locker room?
In the locker room.
Y'all ready? Who they think? Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Who they think gonna beat them Bengals?
I don't.
You'd prefer Whom Day? Is that
No,
correct?
no. I don't. Just act like you've been there before. Silently get dressed.
You've been working all your life for this. I think the enthusiasm is.
A couple. I agree. A
behave
couple
yourselves.
well dones and attaboys.
Yeah.
You still have 2 games to go
It ain't
before
over
you
yet.
can
That
cheer.
kind of thing, fellas.
They're not just fine. Now, Pat,
Yeah.
we haven't really heard any songs from you yet.
What would you like to hear? I got lots of songs.
Well,
Dog and basement songs.
Can you
top
play
songs.
Love Song by Elton John? I love it.
I asked you to
How
work
about
on
Embryonic Journey? You wanna-
How about
do you,
Levon? That's my favorite.
do you have
Oh, I love
a
Levon,
Christy?
too.
Did I give you the story about this new bourbon?
Yes.
I think because I know that I asked you to write a space song for this, and so
okay.
I hope you were able to. But here's the story, Christy.
The North Carolina distillery has announced it's working to create a bourbon that will be aged in space.
Wow.
Mystic Farm and Distillery calls it Mystic Galactic Bourbon, a liquid expression of the spirit of discovery.
You know what? We could get David Bowie to be the spokesman. That'd be great.
No. And the first commercial product manufactured in space. According to WTVD TV.
TV is our middle name.
Yeah, so is VD.
The distillery is aiming to work with companies such as SpaceX, Inversion Space, Bank of America, and others.
Which
to
one of
finance-
these things is not like the other?
Well, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
So they're not actually making this yet. They're looking to do it.
Yeah,
and
they
they
have-
want someone else to pay the financing.
They want to help finance, design, test, and build vessels to send 5 barrels of whiskey to low Earth orbit for 1 year of additional aging. The distillery believes that once the barrels of Mystic Galactic return to Earth, it will be able to sell 1,000 bottles. Interested buyers can place an order for one of the exclusive bottles by paying a $75,000 deposit.
Whoa. Okay.
Reasonable.
Can I pay that in
Wait a minute. So
installments?
you give them $75,000, and they say, if.
If we get it done, additional barrels of the bourbon will be aged conventionally on Earth and will be released under the label Ground Control at 100 proof.
Oh, so those are separate then.
Yeah,
So you've got
different.
the ones that go into space.
Sure.
They should call it Jim Beam Me Up. What a scam.
Yeah.
Didn't someone already do something like this anyway? Didn't they send a bottle of wine up in space or something? And
Well, one bottle's a lot different than aging whiskey for over a year in space.
Oh, boy. It's just going to float around up there?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's going to do absolutely nothing.
Nobody's going to pay to do that.
Does a person age faster or slower in space?
Faster, I think, don't they?
Well, it depends if...
When they come back to Earth, they do.
Yeah, going to space is not good for the human body.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like an astronaut friend of ours was saying one of the difficulties of going to Mars would be getting there and not be blind.
Wow.
And Marge. It's also, she's an ugly
Sorry,
woman.
so Pat, did you write a space-related song?
There's only one space-related song, but I'll do it for you.
All right.
Space age bourbon to ground control. Aging in a cask in a huge black hole. Take your orders and hope we get back real. See, this doesn't make any sense, Tom. There's only one bourbon, and that comes from...
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky bourbon with ice makes me feel fine. Yeah. It'll take a girl who's a 4 and make her a 9. I'm starting to ogle in my bourbon goggles. Kentucky bourbon, I'm feeling witty. She's looking pretty. Kentucky bourbon. I meet a girl at the bar who's pounding the stuff. She says when I get cute, she's had enough. Hey, she tells me I'm hot after about 3 shots. Kentucky bourbon in the back of an Uber.
Oh, yeah?
I get to luber. She goes down smooth. So does the bourbon.
Yeah.
Kentucky bourbon.
Ah, very nice. You choked down the embarrassment.
Yeah.
You sang Tom and my favorite lyric.
Says Bob and Tom on the show.
Anyway, so this bourbon that's supposedly going to go into space.
Never happened.
Yeah, this is a dumb
Never
idea.
happened. I finished my Yellowstone last night. Thank you, Bob.
Oh, you like that?
Oh,
Tasted
very
good?
nice. Mm.
Very
Is that a bourbon?
Yeah.
How about that?
Willie got it for me. It was very good.
Guzzled it down, did you?
A little. It was a little neat
Hey.
after dinner. It was nice.
I
Hey,
love
Christy.
you, Kevin.
Get in the program, will you? Come
Nope.
on. All right.
And I love,
Repeat after me. My name is Chrissy.
I love bourbon neat, especially over ice.
That makes it neat.
Real good.
That
This
isn't
says,
bad. I
Christy,
like a nice
very
cube.
this says, so you deposit, it's 700, wait a minute,
$75,000 is the deposit.
$75,000, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And this is for one bottle.
Yeah, and that's just the deposit.
There's no way anyone's going to do that.
No.
I don't know why anyone would waste their money when they can do what I did and buy
What'd
a
you do?
$2,500 NFT of the space bottle.
Ah.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. I didn't print the whole article. You do get an NFT.
Yeah,
that's true. As along with the bottle, but
Oh, well,
and
there.
then if you're in
Now it's
Michigan,
worth
this
it.
is interesting. If you're in Michigan, you get a 10-cent deposit.
Oh,
okay.
Speaking of space, astronaut Edwin Buzz Aldrin married his longtime love on his 93rd birthday.
His real name is Edwin?
Yes.
Oh, and I got a letter before you get to the story, Christy. We were talking about Buzz Aldrin last week. Great American, by the way. He famously was, second guy on the moon?
Allegedly, huh?
Not allegedly.
Boy.
Oh.
There's a great video of him punching a guy out that claims it was fake.
Oh, sure.
Bring it, old man.
Him assaulting a man.
You know, he should have just kicked the guy in the balls.
I'd wear him out.
The point of the story is I got
60
this letter.
years of anger.
It says, Buzz is called Buzz because his sister had a speech impediment, and she would call him Buzzer instead of brother, and it was shortened to Buzz, which he made his legal name in 1988.
Wow. There you go.
There you go. That's a sweet story.
He's a pothead. We all know it.
Buzz wrote on social media, I'm pleased to announce that my longtime love and partner, Dr. Antka V. Farr, F-A-U-R, 63, and I have tied the knot.
Jamie Farr's sister.
She apparently worked for his company since 2019 as an executive vice president.
Congratulations, sis.
Has a PhD in chemical engineering. We are joined in holy matrimony in a small private ceremony in Los Angeles and are as excited as eloping teenagers.
My sister married Buzz Aldrin at Tony Paco's. It was great.
It was a beautiful ceremony.
In Toledo, Ohio. You know that poor bastard thinks he was on the moon.
They look very happy. It was a very sweet photo. I saw it.
Marriage number 4 for Buzz.
Yeah, so who's judging?
What an incredible loser.
I'll tell you what, if she gets pregnant, kill it. It's a space monster.
Oh, he came back in here.
That's a wild joke.
I just saw the chest bursting scene. I sent it to Josh on from Alien, the first one. Remember how shocked and just scared we all were when that thing came out?
Yeah.
John Hurt's baby.
Were you in the theater, like, rubbing your sternum?
Oh, yeah.
You were.
Yes, Tom.
I went to that movie by myself, and after that scene, I left.
Is that right?
I've never seen the end of that movie.
It's scary.
That was the scariest thing I'd ever seen. I literally left.
Sigourney Weaver.
I remember the name of the movie theater.
I'm more shocked you went to a movie by yourself.
I forget, whenever that came out, that was a long time ago.
Tom's comfortable doing that. Yeah.
No, but I forget the occasion. But yeah, I was terrified.
I was scared to death by The Omen. I didn't mind The Exorcist. I didn't mind any of it, but The Omen scared the hell out of me.
You mean the movie where they actually cut off David Warner's head?
Yeah, evidently David Warner, you want the role or not, I guess. So.
In any event, happy wedding to Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, it's
number
very
4. So he was, of course, the second man on the moon, and she'll be known as the 4th wife on Buzz. Now, what does this mean for mankind?
Can we just be happy for them and move on?
No, Buzz is he's a great guy.
He had a lot of
brilliant engineer, went to
plastic
MIT.
surgery, though. I barely recognized him.
Nobody can drive a train like Buzz can. What's coming up, Christy? He's an engineer, you said.
At 93, by the way, they don't put the till death do us part thing in there. It's
no.
A little
redundant.
Too close.
You take this man for a little bit?
The rig stops.
Or until next week.
Guy looks at his watch. Sorry. You go, Buzz.
Coming up, we have a stolen hot dog statue. We have a ghost train. And only 55% of those in England know where this particular body part is located.
Everybody,
that's over half.
I have a
the
question.
ghost train.
Christy, you're with Buzz Aldrin on your first date.
Yeah.
Suppose you walk outside, he looks up, points at the moon, and goes, I've been there. That's a panty dropper.
When do we get into the thrust stage?
Yes. Sure you have.
You know, I've been to the moon. I sure would like to see Uranus. Would you be charmed by that? You would tell Buzz Aldrin no.
Yes.
What if he said he wanted to step on Uranus?
Would you at least allow that?
I'm going to put a footprint on Uranus.
Step on it?
Yeah. Remember the famous footprint of
Or
Buzz
maybe you
Aldrin?
could plant the flag.
Did you know those are still there?
Of course.
Wouldn't there be a wind or something below that?
Well, there's a guy that works at the golf course with one of those rakes. And it plants the sand traps. When we come back, we'll try to make anything make sense. Because so far, it's just not working. We have a weird story about the Black Eyed Peas and the song My Humps.
My lovely little lady lumps.
There is a lawsuit about that song coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. And we've had a wonderful morning because we have a terrific guest in the studio. He's sitting next to Christy Lee. It's a veteran of many years with a guitar. A guy who...
I thought you were going to say bottle.
I can't, Pat, I tried.
Well,
this is why I get the reputation of being the dick in the show, but no, I'm trying to do something nice.
No, you are the dick on the show. Oh, yeah.
Who put the dick on the show?
I blamed it all on me.
See, this is... I'm
not going to say anything until I'm introduced.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Pat
Daly is here with us.
Thank
Pat.
you. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you.
Hi, Pat.
Now, Pat,
Frank, good to see you.
You do an annual residency, if you will, at Sloppy Joe's. That's the place that does the famous Hemingway lookalike contest every year.
Yeah.
And you could actually...
And you win every year,
You could certainly place in that.
They've been after me for a lot of years to do that. And now I say I'm too old. He shot himself last year.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me play a song for you.
Okay.
Please.
Ohio is having a blizzard. Missouri is having a flood. Oh, I can't read the paper. It's too small.
Must be the martinis.
Okay. Where's that music stand?
Would you like chicks
Okay, here we
readers?
go.
You want my
Missouri-
cheaters?
Okay, let me start over. Okay, Ohio is having a blizzard. Missouri is having a flood. Most of the South is having a drought. And Malibu's having a slide in the mud. San Francisco is having an earthquake. They say she won't last through the year. The whole country is reeling in recession, and I'm having one more beer. Oh, I'm having one more cold one till the news and the blues disappear. The world's on the brink, but there's time for a drink, and I'm having one more beer.
Oh, yes.
My sister is having a breakdown. My son is having a toke. My dad is having his old emphysema, and I feel like having a smoke. My buddy is having a sexual crisis. He's smiling at me kind of queer.
Uh-oh.
My secretary is having her pregnancy test, and I'm having one more beer. I'm having one more cold one till it all hits the wall and disappears. My wife's having fits in, and cat's having kits in, and I'm having one more beer. My daughter is having her nose pierced. My mom is having her butt tattooed. My brother is having an affair with my wife.
Uh-oh.
Guess who's the one getting screwed? So if you're having heart palpitations about the way things are heading around here, just give that waitress a pat and tell her that I'm having one more beer. Yeah. Geez, I'm going to have to practice that one.
I love that song.
I couldn't read my words.
That's all right.
I don't know why. I got to get them up this close now.
Stick around. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
somebody coming up where I think you're perfect for. Just give me a
I had a phone call from Bono that I accidentally erased.
Oh, no. Bono?
Yeah, and I was like, ah!
Oh, why'd I do that?
Have you ever heard Bobcats Bono?
I haven't. I can't do it, but yeah.
I bet you can enough to make us go, oh, my God.
No, but so he called.
I mean, he heard you doing your Bono, and he called you.
Yeah, he was very nice. And then I saw him. I was at Dodger Stadium, or no, I can't remember what stadium it was. It was very, and he and I met him, and I'm in the like the stadium doorway, and he said some very sweet things and very kind, and we talked back and forth, and it was just him and I and one other person, and he starts walking out to do his concert, and he turns around and he takes off those, the fly sunglasses, and he goes, "Hey, Bobcat," and he throws them to me, and I catch him, and I go, "Thanks, Mean Joe."
I knew that was coming.
And he goes, "What?"
What?
Yeah. I'm going, oh man, that's one of my best riffs ever. Falling on his deaf Gaelic ears. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Pizza Hut, apparently, is going to start delivering cold beer along with their food.
No kidding.
What? They started the testing beer delivery program in Phoenix, Arizona.
And it passed with flying colors.
Yeah, everyone took it.
Yeah.
So how do you prove that you're of illegal age?
The company told Fortune magazine it plans to expand that.
I'd like a large pizza, please. And 40 beers.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
It shows.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
I feel like Elvis is just about to take the stage.
Yes. Pat Godwin in lieu of Elvis in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
About the celebrities at Mrs. Presley's.
Oh, yeah, Lisa Marie's funeral. Axl Rose.
Sad. Billy Corrigan, Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Well, all the big names. There's Willie Griswold.
Sarah Ferguson.
Well, that's actually bringing up that unpleasant topic, Ace, actually leads me to this.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
I'm a huge fan of the Marshall Tucker Band.
They're quite good.
And sadly, the Caldwell brothers no longer with us, but Marshall Tucker himself has just died.
I didn't know that.
What? When?
Now, what's interesting about this is Marshall Tucker was never a member of the band.
Oh, I was going to say, I never saw anything about this over the
Marshall Tucker
was
a blind piano tuner. And when the
So
Marshall...
he wasn't an actual Marshall.
Don't distract. His name was Marshall Tucker. That was his actual name.
I would have thought he was dead so long ago.
The story was when the band first got together and they didn't have a name and they rented a rehearsal space, and there was a sign in the door that said Marshall Tucker, because that's where this guy's warehouse had been. He was a piano tuner, born blind, had perfect pitch, and this was in Spartanburg, South Carolina, where the great Marshall Tucker Band is fun. But they immediately, as a kind of a joke, said, "Oh, let's call it the Marshall Tucker Band."
Right.
Eventually, they met the guy, and they became friends. And the original Marshall Tucker Band, Toy and Tommy Caldwell, and Doug Gray.
I had heard
Is that why they have a song called "Can't You See"?
Hilarious.
Oh, it was right there.
Why?
No,
Christy, you're done for the day, Christy. Thank you. Can't you see? Of course, dedicated to Marshall, who couldn't see because he was blind. You heartless, evil woman.
Yeah.
I hear they're
Sorry.
They're going to burn him.
Oh, they are?
Up on a big hilltop there. Fire on the mountain.
Okay. They're going to put his body in a freight train, take it all the way to Georgia.
I know somebody had told me that they had known him, and that's why they named the band after him. But it was after the fact?
Yes.
Wow.
It says here, Marshall Tucker Band didn't even know the name referred to an actual person. Marshall Tucker didn't figure out he was named after a band until one of his friends remarked to him that they thought he was going to be playing music in town.
Okay.
Both the band and the man eventually put two and two together.
The band and the man.
Marshall Tucker's been sort of a Marshall Tucker Band mascot ever since. Sadly, at the age of 99.
Oh, wow.
That's Toto.
Mr. Marshall Tucker died on last Friday. Yes, it's a song by Toto. I blame you for this, Ace. The disrespect
What is this, Ace?
passed around. Yep. He started it by mentioning the funeral of... And it's kind of a sweet story.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And,
at Lisa Marie Presley's funeral.
Yes.
Did there happen to be like a 90-year-old man standing in the back, maybe a gray pompadour?
Interesting. No.
Sort of, alone.
No.
Wiping a tear away and then just walking off.
You know what, Josh? I saw him there, and you know who's standing next to? Tupac. So,
oh, my gosh.
All the conspiracies are true, my friend.
And they all died on the way home with the Jim Morrison Drive.
It was liquored up still. Never got over his issues.
Good old Jim Morrison.
Anyway, just an obscure little trivia fact.
Keeping with our entertainment, a company is suing the makers of a unicorn toy that poops.
Oh, yeah?
Claiming it's My Poops song ripped off the Black Eyed Peas hit song My Humps.
No, I've got it here.
All right.
We'll play a little bit of My Humps.
Oh, you hate this song. I can tell by the way you said it.
The word song is... here it is. Is there a version of this that has Igor singing about my hump?
What hump?
What hump? What hump? What hump? If there isn't, there should be.
What hump?
Okay, that's enough of my humps for my life. Here's the
The song Poopsie Slime Surprise Toy dances to this particular song, and they say it infringes on the 2005 song that was the hit by the Black Eyed Peas. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can imagine the amount of money that the pooping unicorn toys raking
The
in.
slime pooping unicorn toy dances to the song whenever its heart-shaped belly button is pressed. The plaintiff's lawyer, Seth Berman, said, quote, first, the title of the infringing work is My Poops, which is an obvious play on the name of the copyrighted composition My Humps. He listed other similarities, including the melody, counter melody, lyrics, chord progression, and the lead singer's use of a similar delivery and vocal
Very similar, but who
inflections
cares? Why?
as used by Fergie on the original song.
I mean, how much money can this thing be worth? How many... What's the name of the toy again?
It's called the Poopsie Slime Surprise.
First of all, that sounds like a dessert or a sex move.
No.
You know, I gave her the old Poopsie Slime Surprise. She's not going to walk right for a week.
Gross.
That is so gross.
You really like that quote, don't you?
Poopsie Slime Surprise.
What kid? Well,
I never thought the song My Humps was sexy because of the phrase... No, a curvy woman should never talk about her, like when she should my lovely lady lumps.
I think
you might want to get those checked out.
Maybe it was because it was a video and Fergie is gorgeous.
She's a knockout.
That's the only reason I can think of.
And I like other songs of hers.
It's such a crappy song.
I don't care for Fergie because her hairline seems to be advancing down her instead of receding. It's starting to cover up her face. Yeah, take a look at it.
She has hair.
Now
that's right. I see a receptacle.
The
right,
the people who make the Poopsie Slime Surprise toy, are now coming out with another one.
Oh,
it's a unicorn with diarrhea.
Yes,
and they're knocking off the WAP song. It'll be wet ass poopy. It scared me.
Oh man.
Once again,
they just have no integrity to be stealing these songs.
What do you have in your search on Google that
this is a legit news story?
Puts these up.
This is about the unfair use of a song, and I mean there must be $10 at stake here in royalties. Has anyone even heard of this toy?
No.
Now
I have.
Slime, the Poopsie Slime Surprise. Who
They've
wants a
heard of
unicorn?
peas. I bet the poop is pretty. It's a unicorn.
Got glitter in it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the last time. When's the last time the Black Eyed Peas had any publicity?
Are they even still around?
Well, without Fergie, it's kind of different.
Is she still with Josh Duhamel or whatever that guy's name is? They broke up.
They did break up. I think he remarried already.
Yeah, he just got married.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in any event, good luck to the Black Eyed Peas lawyers. That's got to be a great thing. You come home and tell the wife, Yeah, well, we're on day 3 of the big... The big pooping unicorn case.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get to the Supreme Court with this one.
Check my briefs. Yeah. Honey, I think I'm out. I was up for the Alec Baldwin thing, but instead they gave me the unicorn crap. I'm gone. I'm out.
Well, now we have
they're not taking
Chick McGee across the way.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
And they tried to get Billy Gray to do these commercials.
Yeah.
Billy Gray?
Who's Billy Gray?
Of course, they played Bud on Father Knows Best.
Billy what? Gray. Who's Bud?
The classic 50s television show, Father Knows Best. Billy Gray, the actor, he
Oh, my gosh.
played Bud. And
what do I do?
You know what, Tom? You're right. How dare we not get that reference?
He's famous for he was actually caught smoking pot in the early 60s in a tank to square, so he became a distinguished motorcycle racer and motorcycle collector. He's still out there.
Right. 2023, which was looking at 70 years ago that Father Knows Best was on. Was it Father Knows Best?
Yeah.
Robert Young?
Yeah.
Remember he tried to...
I just want to know how this ties into whatever...
Because his character's name was Bud, and we're talking about earbuds.
Raycon earbuds.
See,
I mean, you didn't even go with David Faustino, Bud Bundy?
Oh, man.
Oh, he's never heard of that guy.
Nope.
I've never heard of him.
You've never heard of Bud Bundy?
What shows?
Children?
Married with Children?
I missed that one.
But you're up to date on Father Knows Best.
Who's the most famous Bud out there?
Well, it's got to be Father Knows Best.
No, it's David Faustino.
Bud.
Or Air Bud.
Bud Light.
Oh, in fact, Air Bud goes to Ear Bud, which...
An Air Bud, you only get one, though.
Let's see
well, there are replacements, but they're not as good.
Want to take off now?
2023 is going to be the year that earbuds are even more indispensable. That's where you need to get hooked up with Raycon's everyday earbuds. They look, feel, and sound better than ever. Optimized gel tips fit every ear ever made, even Bud from Father Knows Best. Raycon's 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, quality audio at around half the price of other premium audio brands.
They couldn't get Bud Abbott. He's deceased.
3 customizable sound profiles, and Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews. That's right. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. We've got a deal for you. Get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase.
They couldn't get Bud Davis. John Travolta from Urban Cowboy.
Oh, very good, very good.
I'm from Spur. BuyRaycon.com/Tom for Raycon earbuds, the official earbuds of the Bob and Tom Show.
Bud Selig, the baseball commissioner, big fan of the earbuds. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Greg Warren. Got a love letter about Greg Warren's recent performance right here.
All right.
How cool is that? Also coming up, comedian Reno Collier with the Country Fried Take. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Yeah, it is. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. We've got some great comedians coming up. Greg Warren, Reno Collier. Coming up on Tuesday, Jess Hooker with the Yak Steaks. I understand there's ribeyes, there's fillets, and... that's right, Yak Burgers. We're going to try it all. Sorry, Mr. Yak, but we're tasting you tomorrow, and Jess Hooker's going to cook it up for us. Also, Kostaki Economopoulos will be along to look at the National Football League as we get set for the championship playoffs this upcoming weekend. Find out who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl. Some great teams left. And we also have got Reno Collier with his Country Fried Take on the way on a Monday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Christian McCaffrey scored the go-ahead touchdown on a 2-yard run in the fourth quarter, and San Francisco's defense did the rest, sending the 49ers to their second straight NFC title game, a 19-12 win over the Cowboys in Santa Clara. And the Kansas City Chiefs learned they'll get to host the AFC Championship game against the Bengals instead of playing in the Bills, a snow-covered field in Sunday's NFL divisional round. Joe Burrow, 242 yards and 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon, 105 yards on the ground. And Patrick Mahomes sustained a right high ankle sprain in the Chiefs' divisional playoff win over the Jaguars, but the All-Pro quarterback is expected to play. in this Sunday's AFC Championship game. NBA winners yesterday, the Clippers, Miami, Toronto, Oklahoma City, Phoenix, Brooklyn, and the Lakers. Top 25 college basketball, number 1, Houston upset by Temple, 56-55. Number 3, Purdue beat Maryland, 58-55. And number 15, UConn beat Butler, 86-56. And the NHL, your winners, the Kings, Winnipeg, Boston, and Arizona, all in regulation. And the Devils win in overtime, beating the Penguins 2-1. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
The most unfair thing about life is the way it ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a death. What's that, a bonus?
No.
Life is tough. It should be reversed. You die first, get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you live in an old age home. You get kicked out when you're too young, you get a gold watch, you go to work. You work for 40 years till you're young enough to enjoy your retirement. Go to college, you do drugs, alcohol, you party, you get ready for high school. Go to school, you become a kid, you play, you have no responsibilities, become a little baby, go back into the womb, spend your last 9 months floating. You finish off as a gleam in somebody's eye.
Oh, nice.
Bravo.
That's perfect.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
My brother Dennis and I, one time, we were talking about this, and, you know, like if you say you're a comedian, then you're kind of like, you got to get
Tell
ready.
me a joke.
Yeah, you know. So we decided we were golfing, and they hooked us up with 2 other guys, and we said to each other, let's just not say we're comedians and see how it goes.
Okay.
And then I said, well, what are we going to say if they ask? And he said, let's just say we're house painters.
Okay.
Well, we had 18 holes of trying to answer questions about paint that we were incredibly underqualified for.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you
what
use a latex, you do an oil base, well, you know, whatever the house needs. Whatever it needs. I'm like, why didn't we say we were comedians? I know the answers to the questions.
This is where
Next time, go with a hardware store. See.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it. There was,
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah.
Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
Oh, no.
Hey, look, ladies, if I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
Let it snow.
if you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Did we get a song out of him, or we forget?
Only one.
Yeah, we got a great Kentucky bourbon tribute.
Yeah, a bit of a medley, actually. Mashup, you know. Yes.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick. How are you, man?
I'm all right. There's Ace Cosby.
Things going well?
Yeah.
Yeah, good,
all
good,
right.
good for you.
Best this can be expected. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
You look damn good. That's for sure.
Speaking of looking good, look at that.
McGee.
Hot stuff.
Look at that handsome blue-eyed man.
There we go. Coming up, it's there he is right there.
It's time for canning vegetables.
Greg. It's comedian Greg Warren. And again, as I recall, Greg, I'm trying to remember the cap that you are wearing, the baseball cap, is for a was it a new soccer team or hockey team?
It is. Yeah, it's the St. Louis City, Tom.
That's the name of the soccer team, City.
The City.
Yeah, the St. Louis City.
That is a terrible name.
Whoa. Yeah, Christy, you've mentioned that a couple of times, and I'm sticking with the hat. I like
how about
the hat.
this? How about this? How about clear your mind? St. Louis swine.
Not bad, chick.
Yeah.
It's got I like it.
I
like it.
Pig heads in the crowd.
I'll tell you what, it is a great logo. I do like the logo.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a good hat, Greg. Good hat.
Colors.
And I like your pride, your St. Louis pride there. Thank you for that.
What if they move to the suburbs?
I got a blues hoodie on.
Heck
too.
yeah, you do.
Okay, very nice.
That's the kind of money he makes. He can afford a St. Louis Blues hoodie.
Greg, I got a letter here.
3 or 4 of them, chick.
That's right.
This comes to us from Zachary.
What up, Z-Dog?
Zach, the Lego Maniac?
He writes, greetings from Michigan, all caps.
Of course. Yeah.
I wanted to write you today because I had an opportunity to catch Greg Warren's show at the Funny Bone in Toledo last Saturday evening.
Oh.
Hilarious. Greg did a great job of handling some drunk hecklers in the crowd.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity to meet Greg in the elevator after the show and chat with him about college wrestling, knowing that Greg was a champion college wrestler.
Oh.
He couldn't have been nicer.
Aw.
You could learn a thing or two from him, Josh.
You know what, Zach? I have. Yeah, I continue to.
That's very nice. Well, that's a nice one. Thank you, Zachary. Thanks for taking the time. I heard they were great shows, Greg. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And it's my understanding also that you're going to be at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri. Is that just Friday night?
Just Friday night, yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
One show only.
Is the Blue Note sort of like an old jazz club?
It's a rock club.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah, music venue.
Check that out coming up this Friday night. Now, Greg, what's on your mind?
Guys, I thought maybe we'd talk about koala bears today.
Please.
First of all, they're not bears.
Oh, God.
Well, we'll probably talk about that. Aren't they cute?
Yeah,
Greg?
God.
What's that?
Aren't they cute?
You got that right, Josh.
Yeah,
They are. They're very cute. They're very cute.
Don't they carry
and Christy,
disease?
you got that right too. They are not bears. They are marsupials.
There you go.
Thank you.
But koala marsupial doesn't sound as catchy, does
It's
it?
cute.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Here's a fun fact about them. Their fingerprints are very similar to the fingerprints of human beings.
Really?
Did you guys know that?
They
Yeah.
framed
Did
a
not
lot
know
of people for murder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, John. I think in about 10 years, there's going to be a lot of guys getting out of prison because they were wrongfully convicted of something that a koala bear did. I told you guys 10 years ago, I didn't steal those eucalyptus trees. I don't eat them. It was a koala bear. The guy's a liar. He's not even a bear. He's a marsupial. He's got a pouch.
Yeah. Nature
gave him a pouch to hide stolen merchandise.
We heard it before, pal.
They only eat eucalyptus leaves, and they eat 3 pounds of eucalyptus leaves a day.
Wow.
Yes. But they're picky eaters.
Oh, only certain eucalyptus?
There's 800 species, Josh, and they only eat 50.
My gosh.
I had no idea.
And they only eat the leaves that are high up because they have the most water and nutrients in them. Koala means no water. They don't drink water.
What?
What?
Yeah, they don't
Very
drink
thirsty.
water.
Very thirsty.
They're always thirsty. Well, they get their water from these leaves. Man, my friend Steve Blanner never drank anything when we were in college. Never drank liquid. We saw him in the student union one time eating a bag of those white powdered donuts with no water.
How did he do it?
We thought he was going to explode, man. There was dust coming out of him.
We were on the. I was on the track team in high school. Believe it or not, I was. Comedy relief is what I did.
Sure.
And we had choke sandwiches. It was peanut butter on white bread.
Yeah, that's not easy.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
No jelly.
What?
Were you
what
a
kind
shot?
of peanut butter?
Were you a shot putter?
Yeah,
or?
discus and chop.
Discus. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't very adept.
Greg asked,
Chick, what kind of peanut butter are you guys eating back there?
Oh, God.
Skippy?
No.
I love Skippy.
Oh, that's good.
No.
That is a choke sandwich, isn't it, Greg?
All right.
A poor socioeconomic area you grew up in?
It was Jif, yes.
Okay, good.
Only
Good,
the finest
good man.
kind.
Who makes the GIF, Greg Warren?
Well, now Smucker's does, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Smucker's. They make peanut butter and jelly, Tom. Let me
Whoa.
tell you something. If these guys ever get a hold of bread,
Isn't our Congress supposed to be preventing this from happening?
well, that's Sherman antitrust. Yeah,
It sure is, yeah.
They own radio, TV stations, newspapers, and now peanut butter and jelly together.
You can't own a whole sandwich.
No, that's
No way. Not since the Reuben case of 1974.
Reuben versus Connecticut. Well, that was Plessy versus Ferguson. Wait a minute. No.
Yeah. Griswold.
Do you know what, Willie, do you know what the children are called? The baby koala bears?
Koala kids. And it's a double K thing. They have some fun with it.
No, they're called Joeys.
Just like a kangaroo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think if it's a female koala bear, they call him a Joey Lauren Adams.
That is silly.
If it's a koala bear who, a kid who eats more than the other koala bears, that's a Joey Chestnut.
Sure.
And of course, if it's a koala bear who has an affair with an underage girl from Long Island, that's Joey Buttafuoco. Of course.
Oh, yeah, those Long Island koala leaders.
Yeah. They sleep 18 to 22 hours a day. The koala bears do.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You think the ones on the low end are all self-righteous? I only got 18 hours of sleep last night, and I was up fixing stuff in the tree for the last 6 hours, and you're just laying there like a bum. I should have never married you.
Well, now, honey, hang on. Calm down.
I get more done by 4 p.m. than anybody else.
So when they eat all those leaves up top, does that kill the tree?
I don't think so, Tom.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. I read
about
this.
Tom didn't want to cause any trouble. He's just asking.
Got Tommy Lorax over here.
Yeah, what about the trees?
I read this. This was interesting. It said indigenous Australians, those are Aborigines, had a clever method to hunt koalas. A clever method, they say. They said they would hang a loop of ropey bark at the end of a stick on a tree, which they used to pull the koala down to the ground. The koala would then be killed with an axe or a club.
Ooh, clever.
I don't find the axe or the club thing all that clever, to be honest with you. Yeah, Bob's a genius, man. That koala bear was just sitting there, and he picked up the axe and split him right over the head. He's savvy like that. Real cunning.
Wow.
Real Rube Goldberg over there.
So did they eat them?
I think I would imagine the Aborigines did. Why else would they kill them? Maybe for the fur.
Me and make a nice little koala jacket.
A koala hat would be adorable. You use the whole koala, really.
With the face and everything.
You just hollow out the belly and put it over your head. Maybe stitch the mouse with smiling.
Well, and keep some blood to put it on your face. So you mean no? You mean
sure.
this? Yeah.
You could put a little button around the legs and then kind of clip it around your head, like an old football helmet.
Wouldn't that be cute? How about that?
I you talk like this. I am a koala bear. My kids are named Joey's. Or if they eat too much, Joey Chestnut.
You know, you got to be careful with those.
You guys got a koala bear in there?
Yeah.
You have to be careful with those koala hats, though. An Aborigine may hit you in the head with a club.
With an axe.
Or an axe.
Yeah.
That's a clever move.
The males live they can live anywhere from 10 to 18 years. The females live longer. A lot of their lifespan has to do with their teeth. If they lose their teeth early, they can't eat the eucalyptus leaves, so they die. Which the signs in the dentist office with koala bears are much harsher than ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't say anything like only floss the teeth you want to keep. It says Hey, yuck mouth, you want to be dead before you're 6?
You know the old joke there, Greg. Why do male koalas die before female koalas?
Why's that?
Because they want to. You know what I mean?
Women, Is there a lot of suicide with these koala bears, Josh?
Nag. Why don't they get, if they're losing their teeth, why don't they get a blender? I mean, right?
Yeah.
Can't get the cord up that high in the tree.
Get a bullet.
No, they have you seen these blend jets?
Yeah.
You charge them up, and they can work at the top of a tree.
Oh.
Absolutely.
You don't even need electricity for that, chick?
No, you charge it up, and you take it up. They'd have to get
chargers out there in the woods.
Chargers out in the woods,
Sure.
but that's probably...
No, I think you've answered your own question.
2 or 3 phone calls.
That's why they don't use.
Which is why I'm doing this segment. It's my new charity. It's Blenders for Koalas.
I wonder how much those blenders cost. That might be the Christmas present this year.
The magic bullet, you think?
The old blend jet. It looks
I'd like to have one.
Really?
Yeah.
I send you enough gifts, and I get no thank you.
That's not true at all.
Feel free to move ahead, Greg, while Chick goes through the internet for an hour trying to find one.
Oh, I'll wait for you to show me how.
The koala bears, the males have a gland in their chest, and there's
in
a
their
secretion.
chest? Oh, sorry.
It's in the chest, and the secretion that comes out of it, they use to mark their territory.
Oh.
But they also mark their territory by urinating, which I don't know. Maybe it's a deal where, like, if they urinate, it's like, hey, this is my territory. And if they use the chest gland thing, it's like, I'll kill you, man. Come over here, I'll kill you. They don't have a lot of predators. Pythons can sometimes get to them. Dingoes, but of course the dingoes I don't think can get up in the trees. It says here that every year 4,000 koala bears die from dog attacks and car accidents.
Is that right?
I don't know who's letting these koala bears drive, but it seems they sleep 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
Asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, they figure if they're in the car, you might as well just run over the dog. Don't let them get you. This is a vicious rumor. It's simply not true. They don't get high from the eucalyptus leaves.
Huh.
Have you ever heard that?
No, I've never heard that.
Dean was trying to say some things about it earlier this morning when I was talking to him. And they don't. It's I get it. They sleep 18 hours a day. They their eyes look a little stonery, but they don't. It's food. Okay.
If people chew on eucalyptus leaves, do they get high?
Well, that's a good question. You know, Tom, you always can just find the 3 or 4 things I don't know about any topic.
He's real. Ask Chick and Christy about that. He's really skilled at that. Yeah, it's a superpower.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, what are the
I do a lot of research.
Yeah, what are the tax benefits of owning a koala? Stuff like
you
that.
You can't own one, Chip. Excellent question.
He just called me Chip.
No, it just cut out.
Zoom, yeah. Chip McGee.
Do koalas ski?
What?
Yeah.
It's a Kowalski jump.
I don't think they ski in Australia.
Snow or
ski.
water?
Oh, both.
Ski. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, we got to get to the closer, Greg. What's your koala closer?
Boy, that was it, man.
Yeah, he's done with you.
Okay. Sorry.
I was kind of banking on you asking an unanswerable question to close this whole
Why
thing
didn't
out.
they, the dumb name of the St. Louis soccer team, why didn't they go with the koalas? At least they'd have a cool-looking mascot. What's the mascot for a team called City?
Buildings.
Skyscrapers.
We got the arch. We've got
An
the
arch?
arch. I mean, it's
A bunch of white people flighting.
Christy, what's the K stand for on your hat? Is that Christy?
Yes. Chip got me this.
Stands for Christy.
Chip?
Yeah, Chip got me this hat.
And you know what? Christy thanked me right away.
I sure did.
You know what, Greg? I really appreciated your reporting today. That was quality work.
Very nice. Do we have our closer?
We have our closer.
Laughing like
Boom, I can't follow that.
I've been trying to tell you that for years.
It's going to be, Greg Warren is going to be at the Blue Note this Friday night in Columbia, Missouri. Then it'll be the Burlington Auditorium in Burlington, Iowa. Then Cedar Rapids, February 3rd. You're at February 2nd in Burlington. And then Hastings, Nebraska, Saturday, February 11th with Greg Warren and some great live stand-up comedy.
All right.
Greg, thank you very much.
It's nice to see you guys.
Good to see you as always.
Love you.
If people want to contact you, Greg, how would they do that?
It's 818. No, wait a minute. I shouldn't do that. I got a website. It's GregWarrenComedy.com. There's an email there. It's my only email. Yeah.
Good. Well, then do that.
And I did thank you, Chick. I thank you for the shoes.
I know you did. I'm kidding.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Greg.
Love you, honey.
You know how Chip kids.
Why don't you marry him?
I've tried. I've asked.
Oh.
Okay. We have a number of things of interest coming up.
And one of them is, wouldn't you like to have peace of mind with you and for you and your family at your compound?
Yes.
Of course you would. That's where Simply Safe, the design it yourself, do it yourself home security system comes in. Simply Safe was named the best home security of 2022. That sounds familiar, you're saying? That's right. U.S. News and World Report, best home security for the third year in a row. An emergency 24/7 professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture critical evidence, verifying the threat is real, and you get faster police dispatch. And of course, Simply Safe is whole home security, advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, HD security cameras inside and out, and smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real. And Simply Safe has one of the best apps ever. Stay in complete control of your system anytime, anywhere. You can arm or disarm, unlock for a guest, access your cameras, adjust system settings, all from the Simply Safe app, all for less than $1 a day. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes, then install it yourself. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Also, we have interesting news in the world of both hot dogs and something that hot dogs are sometimes made of. In fact, two things that hot dogs are sometimes made of. One of them is pigs. The other is anatomical, and it's coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
When we decided to do this, I said, Tom, we should do a Tim Wilson song. And this is really hard. I practiced and man, I sucked. You just can't do a Tim Wilson song. So I took liberties with some of Timmy's songs and whipped a song together in honor of Tim. Help me get through this, folks. Can you hear that? That's too bad. He really loved his trailer park woman. Didn't care much for Dr. Phil. I'm sure he started the church league fist fight, and his ass got tired of Shaquille O'Neal. A big white hat with a black 6-string guitar. Now the heavens have their newest star. Where's my jetpack, he would sing. Now he's sporting wings. And he taught Jesus Christ the booty song. We all thought he'd go to Chuck E. Cheese hell. with George Bush, George Strait, George Patton, and George Orwell. A hillbilly homeboy, I could be wrong, but I know he's tired of me singing this f***ing song. A big white hat with a black six-string guitar. Now the heavens have their newest star. Oh, where's my jetpack, he would sing. Now he's sporting wings. And he asked Jesus Christ to join his band. They're singing Georgia, goodbye Georgia, Georgia, goodbye. Georgia, goodbye Georgia, Georgia, goodbye.
Dig their car out of snow when the accident happened. And Kenny Loggins is going on his final concert tour. The This Is It tour will start March 10th in Sarasota, Florida. As of right now, the last scheduled date will be in Inglewood, California, October 27th. Loggins is 75. And Avatar: The Way of Water has made $2 billion worldwide. And for a sixth straight week, it topped our box office. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
More grandparents than ever visiting the ER after getting too high on marijuana.
Oh, boy.
What you failed to mention, and you thought old people drove slow before. Students at Rice College are planning on setting the world record for the longest sushi roll. Really? Rice? Sushi? Well, you failed to mention, if that's happening at Rice, I'd hate to see what the students are up to over at Brown.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
The minivan hearse thing. Have you seen this?
Was that for dead soccer moms?
I don't know. The funeral homes that have the
Wait a minute.
minivans that they...
That's very funny.
Oh, that's
Have you seen
that's
it?
good.
The minivans
go
that
home.
they've put those, the fancy scroll work thing they put on the sides.
God.
Yes, I'm not making this up. And they're like the big town and country vans.
Well, I didn't want to die before, but now I really don't want to.
It's really
God,
disturbing.
I just had this discussion yesterday with one of my
You're
sons.
going to be dead, honey. You won't know.
I know, but the whole minivan thing,
The bumper stickers on that'll be horrible. You know, my orphan child is an honor student.
Beautifully done.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear. Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take little peas and you place them strategically 4 inches apart all the way around the hole, right? And a polar bear will crawl up and he'll look at it, and very much curiosity is what is going on there. Now, when he bends over to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Just over here trying to raise the ire of the nation.
You did a damn good job of it.
Well, thank you.
There's Ace Cosby in his Bengals hat. I totally agree. There's Willie Griswold.
I'm going to get a Bengals hat, too.
Oh, yeah, you got to. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Who day? Time now to
what?
Give everyone a little lesson in comedy.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen.
Tell him.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
One for the kids. What's invisible and smells like carrots?
What?
Bunny farts.
That is, what a treat.
That's an oldie but a goodie, right?
Oh, I see.
Okay, thank you very much.
Christy didn't find that so...
well, it wasn't original, so,
Yeah.
Totally original.
Bunny farts.
Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk. Have we missed anything?
A hot dog statue that was stolen from a West Virginia restaurant has been found. The Kanawha County Sheriff's Office said the Wiener Man statue
The Wiener Man
was stolen from the Dairy Winkle in Campbell's Creek during a break-in sometime after the building had been damaged by a fire earlier this month.
Where is this?
This is in...
West Virginia?
Yes.
Okay, that's Kanawha
Almost
County.
heaven.
Kanawha, because I know. I used to
You
work.
still work there.
I used to work at West
Kanawha
Virginia.
County?
Kanawha County. That's how you say it.
Is
I thought it was.
Have you
odd
been to
when
the Dairy Winkle?
I've not been to the Dairy Winkle.
What a
In
great
Campbell's Creek?
What is the Dairy Winkle?
Well,
that
it's
sounds like a...
It sounds like a Dairy Queen knockoff,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
It's just different enough from Dairy Queen to avoid litigation.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
The statue depicts a hot dog licking its lips and holding a bottle of mustard while pouring a bottle of ketchup on its head.
Hilarious.
A tip led deputies to a location where the statue was found undamaged.
I'm eating myself. Says Hot Dog Man.
Here's Hot Dog Man.
Yeah, here's the picture of the Dairy Winkle. It looks good.
Does he have like a face? Is it like a cartoon character kind of thing, or is it more serious?
Wiener Man.
The hot dog looks like he's, like you said, he's pouring a thing of ketchup on his head.
Is he bunned?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a standing hot dog.
Wasn't that a Sammy Hagar album?
And he's got these really weird legs sticking out. And then he's holding a thing of mustard and pouring the ketchup on his head. And he's got this creepy hot dog arm.
Come on, eat me. Eat me.
Kind of cool. I can't tell from this photograph how large this is.
Oh, there's nothing to scale.
There's nothing to scale it. Does it say in the story how big the hot dog sculpture is?
Nope.
Yeah, Christy.
Well, that would have been interesting.
Why doesn't it say that?
I don't know.
Let me see.
Boy.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I know now.
Yeah.
Oh, then there'd been a fire, actually, apparently, and a break-in. And
So maybe they were saving it, not stealing it.
Yeah, but it's a sweet-looking hot dog. Thank you. It's like a funny.
Thank you very much.
You mean sweet as in delicious?
I'm glad they got
It's
their
like a
hot
happy.
dog
It's a
back.
happy hot dog. It's not like an angry hot dog.
Why would you have an angry hot dog?
Yeah.
Well, turned out. Want to take that? Doesn't the angry hot dog sound like a sex move? And I gave her the old angry hot dog. She's not going to walk right
Well,
for
there is the chili dog.
Jake, did you see on like Twitter over the weekend a guy was at a Milwaukee Bucks game and he wanted he was catching the t-shirt toss, the big cannon kind of thing, and he thinks it's a t-shirt. He looks at it, it's a hot dog. They wrapped up the hot dogs and they put them in a cannon. There's a hot dog cannon.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get some guy on the technology.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that before.
I've never. Is it? That's a thing you guys do?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Dude, I want this thing in my house. I want to shoot hot dogs to my pals. I want to shoot a hot dog at my dad's head. That'd be fun.
What a great idea, though. A hot dog cannon.
Oh, Pat, what do you have to sing about?
Hot dog statue, West Virginia. Wiener Man gone from the Dairy Winkle. There was a fire there, place went up in flames. Hooligans stole the statue, many insurance claims. Wiener Man, take him home to the place where he belongs. West Virginia, Dairy Winkle. Oh, take him home, Wiener Man. High school memories gather around him. Hey, you want to see my wiener? I got smacked by Emma Johnson. Someone stole him. Gotta get him back. Light brown and wrinkly, just like my sack. Wiener Man, ketchup in hand, mustard in the other. That's where Dad met Mother. Oh, West Virginia, hot dog statue. Take him home, Wiener Man.
Oh.
Hey, look, it's a John Denver parody. Very
I
nice.
relish another John Denver parody.
I just got that, by the way. Dairywinkle, Periwinkle.
Here we go.
It's got to be a...
Oh, I didn't even pick that up.
Yeah, they must be working off that, huh?
Well, we have periwinkle coming up in the news.
We do?
Periwinkle is a flower and a color.
It sure
Yeah.
We get into the color periwinkle. But I'm glad that the stolen hot dog statue, I'm glad the police, were able to catch up to the thief.
Oh, yeah.
Do another one. Do another hot dog pun and see what happens.
To be quite frank,
Go ahead, see what happens.
Any further.
Further?
Thank you.
Not
To be
going any
quite frank, he's not going to go any further. We appreciate
That was good.
You know what, Pat? You're not wrong.
Don't you like a statue of a hot dog that's preparing himself to be eaten? It's like he's happy to be eaten, right?
Well, yeah.
No.
Coming up, we're going to feature the great song Attack of the Wiener Man.
If I were a hot dog and Christy were going to put me in her mouth, I'd be happy about it.
What if it's not, Christy? What if it's like an ungrateful kid?
Oh, I have a real ungrateful kid fetish. I wish you hadn't brought it up. I didn't want to publicize this.
Why did I pass you the ball?
I love brats.
Not brats.
Boy, that's
And in
fine work here.
honor of the Bengals winning and advancing yesterday to the AFC Championship game, we're going to have this song as sung by all the fans yesterday. They were a live performance as the game was being played.
All the Dallas fans?
In Buffalo, in Cincinnati, in Buffalo about the Bengals.
How come the Dallas fans can't sing?
Because they're all sick. They're sick about it.
We have Jerry Jones discussing this.
Well, the coaches, I don't know if we can get him. He's kind of... Oh, that's the other thing.
Okay. We'll get to that when we come back.
All right.
We'll have.
He's sick about it. Sick.
Here come the mummies singing "Attack of the Wiener Man," and wieners are made out of what?
Pigs.
Among other things,
beef sometimes,
and rectums.
Okay,
and
I take everything back. I'm seeing the wiener guy pouring ketchup on it. It's wonderful.
We have rectums and pigs in the news up next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
No, Tim has his guitar out. Are you going to
See, I hate Florida.
Why?
Because
you're from Georgia. That's why.
Georgia people hate Florida. Why? Because we grew up our whole lives wanting to go to Florida. Put a float on top of the car. Oh, my God, we're going to Florida. Drive 4 hours. Get there. Do you have a hotel room? Yeah, they're $100, unless you want to be near the water. Then they're $400. Okay? No, we don't want to be near the water. We want to sit in a hot-ass asphalt parking lot with a float on top of the car and finish up these pecan logs we got in Valdosta. So then a hurricane comes. They evacuate back to Georgia. Oh, my God, do you have a hotel room? Yeah, they're $100, unless you want to be away from the water.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, you are, and thanks so much for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Reno Collier will be along, a great comedian, and he's got a country fried take for us on a Monday. Check him out at RenoCollierComedy.com. Do you have the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone? Do you know someone who might like the Bob and Tom Show app? Well, it's available in the iTunes and Google Play Store. It's free to download and free to listen to and free to enjoy. Once you download the app, tell them you can listen to their local radio station. Tune in to us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. We are the Bob and Tom 24-hour comedy station. That's why I'm working here. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. Josh Arnold, the first voice you hear in the morning as you're rolling out of bed, a little bit of sleep in your eye, grabbing that cup of coffee, and Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair, the Steven Singer sidekick chair, I might add. And you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Monday. Thanks for being here. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A young Rhode Island girl has finally figured out how to determine if Santa Claus is real through DNA. Cumberland Police Chief Matthew Benson said Friday a local girl sent a partially eaten cookie as well as a couple of gnawed-on carrot sticks to the police department to ask if they could be tested for DNA, her name and age not disclosed. Benson forwarded the evidence to the state's Department of Health Forensic Sciences Unit for analysis. The charge, failure to finish snacks. Results pending. Benson praised the girl for her keen sense of truth and for the investigative process. No word on Santa's defense. People across China ringing in the Lunar New Year with a large family gatherings and crowds visiting temples after the government lifted the strict zero COVID policy, the biggest celebration since the pandemic began 3 years ago. With the easing of most COVID-19 restrictions that had confined millions to their homes, people could finally make their first trip back to their hometowns to reunite with families. Larger public events also returned. The chief epidemiologist at China's Center for Disease Control says the mass movement of people is unlikely to cause another surge because 80% of the population has already been infected. And that's a look at things you may have missed over the weekend. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kiwi Rogers is our guest. Kiwi, having just met you, I can just guess you're obviously an athlete of some sort.
Yeah, I work out a little bit. They have the whole thing where you pump weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You got to have that cardiovascular, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that cardiovascular. I was playing basketball the other day. They made me guard the worst dude on the other teams. It was a fat dude wearing thongs. Man. You know, standing on the court smoking a cigarette. You know I was in bad shape.
And you couldn't keep up with him.
I couldn't keep up with him. I got involved with that aerobics. Don't like aerobics, man. That's too much like sex.
It is.
Aerobics?
Yeah, you sweat, muscles hurt, and then you got a woman up there telling you you're not doing it right.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Can I tell you something? My mother used to chew her toenails
No way.
in front of me.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
Or a little best of right here. Right here.
That would be,
Totally naked.
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I think you'd
remember
get
that.
free psychiatry for life. Free Prozac, whatever
There's a
you
government
want.
program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
You can imagine the twisting that would be
There's a
involved.
lot of people who can't even do that.
Okay.
She was very limber.
Show's over.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 20.
Dumb. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, chick.
That sounded insincere.
There's...
Well, he told me he hated me in the break, so he said he hated all of us, remember?
Yeah, but get over it.
It was a joke. Stop crying.
Hi, chick.
We'll attach your finger. Jeez.
Nobody can take a joke anymore like that blind guy shoved in front of the bus. What an ass.
Yeah. There's Josh Arnold.
Well, I think it's because he was still hanging on to the dog.
I didn't hurt the dog. Hey, I'm not a
monster.
He had French toast. There's Willie Griswold.
At least we know for sure that one was a joke because my dad would never be near a bus stop.
Or a blind person. They're contagious, aren't they?
And here are the Cincinnati Bengals fans yesterday. Those made the trip to Buffalo to watch the Bengals dismantle the Buffalo Bills. Here's some of the crowd yesterday.
Could they get the drummer to sync a little better?
I don't think the drummer was playing with them. I think they were
disgusting
singing.
display. When you sit there and you act like you've been there before. You
could play the actual song.
Angry.
No, but when you say something stupid, I go,
Ace, I wrote a joke for you.
Are you going to give it to him, or are you going to try to do it?
I'm going to do it right now.
Wait, hang on a second. Hold on. We'll do
way
it
to
the
go.
right way.
Way to go, Josh.
Now, do you want...
Give the joke away.
Do you want the full intro?
There's already too much fanfare for this log of crap.
Words have different meanings.
Here we go.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice?
Josh Arnold.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
Ace, what musical instrument can help you whiten your teeth?
What?
Tuba toothpaste.
See, it's a nice joke, but the delivery it just didn't have the pizzazz.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, it wasn't even funny.
Didn't have that Ace.
What?
Ace adds that special sauce.
You want to hear Ace tell that joke?
Do you know what it is, Ace?
Yeah.
Did you like the joke?
No.
Think about it first.
Ask and answer.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Josh, what musical instrument can help you whiten your teeth?
What?
A tuba toothpaste.
That was Ace Cosby's
So
joke
close.
of the day.
So close. It said toothpaste.
So close.
But obviously the setup much better.
And if your suit is filthy, get suit paste. Remember.
I think he said toothpaste.
He didn't like the joke anyway, so
yeah,
it's
that's
okay.
true. I think he sabotaged it on purpose.
I don't think anybody liked it, huh?
No.
You know what? I'm sorry.
I liked it. I thought it was a good joke.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but listen to who's saying that.
Okay, fine.
He likes
You know,
Marty
Josh?
Allen.
Yes, sir.
Australians, they don't have sex.
No.
Australians might.
Might.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the
Okay,
day.
first of all, I insist that you speak with an Australian accent for the rest of the morning.
I would enjoy that too.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
What the hell is that from?
And the guy
Liverpool?
goes, "That's a nice knife. This is a gun."
That sounds like a
Mary Poppins.
sounds like a stroke patient.
It's a stroke.
You know, chick, there is a new Gerard Butler movie out there.
There is a new Gerard Butler
And I
movie
think he
out
mentions
there.
the title in the. He goes, something about my plane and my passengers. It's called
Yeah,
The Plane.
It's called Plane.
It is called The Plane. It's supposed to be pretty good, actually.
It's called what?
The Plane?
No, it's called
Plane.
Not the plane.
It's called The Plane.
Not that.
What's that guy's name? Little
I'm
short.
sorry, I had
Villachez.
I'm sorry, my fault. Article trouble.
Hervé Villachez.
Corvette.
Yeah. That movie that was filmed down in Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah, DePlane was filmed in DeLand.
Oh, was it? That's
Why do they call
interesting.
it DeLand?
Christy, what do we have in the news?
Because it's near to sea. Oh, thank you.
You know who owns a house near DeLand?
Who?
Josh's mom, because she's rich.
Oh, no, I see the confusion here. She's married to a man named Rich.
Oh.
And, yeah, I also have a banjo, and I'm fat.
Okay, we had some good news about the hot dog statue that was stolen. And Christy and I were doing some research. I couldn't figure out how big this thing was because in the one photograph it looks like it's just a couple feet high, and there's a picture of a guy holding it, and it's a couple feet high.
No.
Then there must be a second one because there's one next to a garbage can. It looks like it's 5 feet tall.
You're right.
The one that we had the cops holding was only 2 feet high.
That really is small, yeah.
So once again, he's known as the Wiener Man at Dairywinkle in Campbell's Creek, West Virginia.
I got, it says this is 6 feet tall.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen two pictures.
There's one with the police holding it, and it's
very
feet
small.
high.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to announce is that we would like to have one of these statues sent to us.
Yes.
So legitimately purchased, of course.
Where do we put it here in the studio?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? A giant hot dog pouring its ketchup on its head? Of course.
How about a cigar store Indian? I can bring mine in. If we could set it in here, would that be
inappropriate? Yes.
Yes.
No, we're not going to do that.
Why? Because smoking is bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once again, it is known as the Wiener Man. So of course we feel an obligation to play this classic, recorded live here in our studios. Live horns. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a great band called Here Come the Mummies.
He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Taking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Taking the Wiener Man. Late at night when the bars are closing, alcohol takes its toll and the drinkers need a favorite vendor. A tasty treat of sausage splendor. Little man behind the car, police can't catch him because he's way too smart. The smell of mustard and a big umbrella, hot dog man's got the perfect cover. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. Oh, yeah. He waits outpatient out in the street. All the hunters want to sample the meat. He can't help but relish the fact the footlong keeps you coming back. Once you're feeling safe and cool, that's when the Wiener Man makes his move. You can't scream when your mouth is full. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Talking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Talking the Wiener Man. Crowd. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. The Wiener Man. Attacking the Wiener Man. Attacking the Wiener Man. The Wiener, baby. Attacking the Wiener
Here come the Mummies and the classic Attack of the Wiener Man in honor of the return of the hot dog Wiener Man statue.
Hope it finds its place
in West Virginia.
And what did you think of that owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones?
We've got a locker room full of sick players and coaches to go along with literally hundreds of thousands of Cowboy fans that are sick.
They're sick.
Just sick.
They're just sick about it.
A reef of pink slips will be on my desk on Monday morning.
Yeah. Who's the first to get fired?
I fired myself.
I don't know. The Sean Payton's evidently going to the Broncos, right around a little bit over $20 million a year, I guess, is what I'm hearing.
No car payment, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, no car payment on that one.
We were talking about the movie Alien.
Yeah.
And
Ridley Scott's seminal masterpiece.
The chest bursting scene.
Yeah, without giving much. Apparently.
Are you trying not to spoiler alert after 80 years?
I think people have seen Alien already.
But apparently in that scene, most of the cast did not know what was going to happen.
They claim, that they were completely unaware.
Obviously, the person where the alien emerged was aware of it, but apparently, and I double checked this. I've heard this before, and I guess that's real.
Well,
Tom Skerritt claimed in an interview.
To a point, it's real because the editing, they thought something was really wrong with John Hurt. They didn't know he was going to lose he was going to start freaking out like that. Yeah. But the reaction to they have to know. They're setting it up. You know what I mean? They can't set that shot up.
He said they were aware that the script just said the alien will appear in this scene, but they weren't told where or how.
They didn't know it was going to pop out?
That's what he claimed.
Okay. I hope that's true. That's cool.
Yeah. Now, we were talking about the Dairy Winkle, which, of course, in West Virginia, is the home of the Wiener Man, which was stolen and has been returned, fortunately.
Don't we have a song by Here Come the Mummies?
Yes, we just played it. Thank you. But that reminds me of periwinkle, which I didn't know this until Christy told me. Periwinkle is a color.
Flower.
And it happens to be the color from Steven Singer Jewelers.
Steven Singer!
For the 24 karat gold dipped rose. That's the new one this year. It's periwinkle, and periwinkle is kind of a violet blue.
Yeah, it sparkles. It's really pretty. It's a very pretty color.
I didn't realize there was a color called periwinkle. And what we're talking about from Steven Singer Jewelers is an actual 24-karat gold-dipped real rose, American Beauty rose, with kind of a purpley blue petal. Am I getting the colors that sound good? Steven Singer roses, they're always available, of course, until they're not. What am I talking about? Well, every year this sells out. I know one of the collectors is Josh's mom. We'll be getting another one, the new one, the periwinkle for Josh's mom this year. Once again, it's a 24-karat American Beauty rose dipped in gold. So how do you get one? Well, you go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Exclusively available at Steven Singer Jewelers. #1 gift for Valentine's Day. And they start at just $59. And, of course, come with the Steven Singer free lifetime guarantee plus fast and free shipping. Get all the details, and while you're there, look at some other great jewelry that you'll see at Steven Singer Jewelers. IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up later this week, we may or may not have the Steven Singer Singers in the studio.
Oh, is that right?
Well, I may or may not look forward to that.
Okay, that's certainly up to you. I do know that coming up, it's going to be comedian Reno Collier with his famous country fried take. Also in the news, do you know this from a hole in the ground?
I hope so.
Guess.
How about S?
A lot of people don't, and we're going to find out who they are.
S from Shinola.
Right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, treat yourself now at BobandTomStore.com. We've got Bob and Tom hoodies and hooded zips, collared work shirts with that Bob and Tom Show logo. They are very nice. The Bob and Tom Show hat also has the logo, and it also is very nice. Adjustable. The hats fit any size head. So that's a great gift, a great stocking stuffer, as we like to say, heading into Christmas. But now that we're in January, we have to tell you that if you didn't get a Bob and Tom Show hat for the holidays, maybe you should treat yourself. You deserve it. BobandTomStore.com. Our clothing size is small, up to 5XL. If we don't have your size, just check back. We're always restocking. Where? That's right. BobandTomStore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who was one of the first people to walk on the moon, has married his longtime love in a small ceremony in Los Angeles. Aldrin wrote in a Facebook post, the wedding took place on Friday, which happened to be his 93rd birthday. The post announcing his marriage to Anka Vifar included several photos of the couple. Saturday, they received about 50,000 likes on Facebook. Apparently, she had been working for Aldrin in his company for quite a few years. Authorities are piecing together how 5 inmates escaped from a Missouri jail. They escaped Tuesday evening from the St. Francois County Jail in Farmington. That's about 75 miles south of St. Louis. Chief Sheriff's Deputy Gregory Armstrong said that the inmates got into a cell that was supposed to be closed off because of plumbing repairs, removed the sink and toilet, climbed through the wall, and made it outside. They ran to an office building parking lot somehow, found a car with keys in it and a full tank of gas. One escapee was caught in Missouri on Friday. The other 4 were captured in Ohio by Saturday. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach now. I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4, what the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Pat, I know you're sick today. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you running a fever?
Oh, I always have a fever, though, Tom. I've got poon fever. It gets hotter every day. It never seems to go away. I'm chasing the strange, cute rear end, and right around the bend, my little furry friend, poon fever, and me.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Do you remember the dramatic rescue of baby Jessica when she fell down the well? Remember she was 18 months old?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, baby Jessica is a baby no longer. She was married over the weekend.
No kidding.
She is now 19 years old, and she apparently tied the knot Saturday at a rural church outside Midland, Texas. She's 19. Her husband, 32-year-old Danielle Morales.
I bet they're on City Walk.
Chick, I forgive you for everything you've ever done. Bravo, Chick McGee.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, only another 12 years.
Till the next one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Baby Jessica.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Tom Simmons is our guest. I understand you've been to Afghanistan, I assume, on one of the USO type tours.
The Comics on Duty.
Okay, good for you.
Afghanistan is desolate, man. Everything is dirt. Every building, every structure is like dirt. We don't need satellite-guided bombs. We just should drop water balloons.
That'll muddy you.
Wow. Turn that place into mud and farmland, and it'll be great.
Have you run this strategic idea by the people at the Pentagon?
Yeah, it'd save us a lot of money.
This is positively
launching
brilliant.
a massive hydro attack. That's what we're going to do. And,
all of these fire bombs are merely drawing it out.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Bob and Tom, you can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Yeah. There's Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Looks like we've had an addition to the table behind our guest, Reno Collier. He's on the big screen TV, and over your right shoulder used to be just the ugly lamp, and now we've got. Is that a like a goblet?
Yeah, there is a goblet. There's a decanter.
Yeah, someone's been to Dollywood.
I carved it myself.
That's glass.
Yeah, we
it's very
stopped
pretty.
pumping Severville crystal.
That's a candy jar from my aunt's house when I was little. She used to have those little orange sugar-covered candy things.
Oh, how's she doing?
And the other ones are I guess, for wine or what, I don't know.
Were you mentioned in her will?
Well, there wasn't... that was something I really wanted. I used to ride my bike to her house and steal all her candy.
Oh,
so it was
that's
just
a
kind of
sweet
like
memory.
Feel her
the one
brassieres.
thing I asked for.
Take her panties home.
These are comfortable.
Wear them in front of a full-length mirror while tweaking your nipples. I'm sorry.
No, y'all don't know how I party, man.
Whatever
I
it
throw
takes,
down
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Whoa.
Reno Collier is our guest, a distinguished comedian, and
I wouldn't blame you if you never called back.
Reno, I thought before we get to your segment, I thought that we would do a story out of the UK that I find absolutely fascinating.
Where's that, Britain?
That would be England, yes.
Part of it, anyway.
I see.
You got it over there, Chris?
According to a recent survey in England, only 55% of men and women can confidently state where their rectum is located.
Oh, I see.
Now, you can see why, because, I mean, in the United States, we all know that you just go to Washington, D.C., and you're going to find hundreds of them.
Plenty. That's right. And now here are the capital steps of the song.
Oh, rectums are overloading in Washington, D.C.
The singing anuses. Your tax dollars.
They also found that half don't know where their reproductive organs are.
What?
Dr. Chun Tang, medical director of Pall Mall, said the findings highlighted Britain's laid-back attitude.
Better doctors than the ones funded by cigarette companies.
Is this Mad
We
Lib?
swear it's healthy.
I swear that's what it says. Britain's laid-back attitude to their anatomy. According to Dr. Tang, quote, having good knowledge of our body parts and their functions is important. It enables us to be more in control of our health
Shouldn't Dr.
and
Tang
understand when things might not be functioning properly.
Gynecologist.
Dr. Tang.
Meet Dr. Quack.
I'm from Poon, Thailand.
Off with the pants, honey.
I'm Dr. Tang.
Let's see it.
Let's see it.
So I wasn't aware that the English were that non-versed in their anatomy.
Well, so they think
Maybe slang.
they don't know where the ovaries are, and they don't know that kind of thing, or they don't know where their genitalia
Yeah, I guess
is.
the number. I looked at the number one thing they.
It's rude to ask.
It probably is considered.
The appendix was the least.
Just have some tea.
Well, where's your
That's not a
appendix?
reproductive organ.
No, but they've got liver, bladder, stomach.
Oh, so we're talking about internal organs. I don't know where my appendix is.
I know where mine is.
It's
The dumpster
Yeah.
of the hospital up there.
You ever felt your kidneys being, really?
Where's your appendix located?
It's somewhere down there to the right.
Yeah, it's on the right side.
Somewhere battered? Is that where your appendix is?
It's a kind of an interesting survey. 63% knew where their heart was. How could this seems to me to be impossibly stupid?
You know where the appendix is. It's in the back next to the index and the acknowledgements.
It's a book joke, people. It's
The
a book joke.
afterward.
I like that.
Josh reads books.
Bibliography.
Show off.
I do read a lot, and that makes me a better person.
I read a lot too. I like books.
We
I have a book story actually.
Good.
Well, we know
Good.
not
I have a story book.
Do what?
I want to hear more about what's his name, Dr. Wang.
Dr. Tang.
Oh,
Dr. Boone.
Dr. Poon Wang.
Tang.
Tang.
So this guy says that we need to know what functions our body parts have.
yeah,
Well, of
because it's
course.
important if
Well,
it's not
I was
working.
trying to get healthy, so I was drinking whole milk out of my penis, and it didn't really work.
Out of?
How do
I
you
got a
do
couple
that?
things. First off, congratulations. Second, that's not milk.
Were you standing on your head? What were you?
Here's the doctor's introduction.
I am Dr. Tang.
The song is called Witch Doctor. Now,
I love that song.
You would.
Top 5 favorite songs.
Oh, there
No way.
Number 1 is Everybody's
Oh, sure, the Trash Man, Surfing.
Or total ripoff of Papa Uma Ma.
Oh, just
the classic.
Wonderful homage, really, not a ripoff.
Thank you.
Reno, you bored?
Oh, I'm good, man.
Okay, Reno, a couple quick questions.
Reno, over. Roger.
The first song that you ever purchased, was it a vinyl 45 or a cassette or an 8-track? What was it?
A cassette.
It was a vinyl 45, and it was Eddie Rabbitt, I Love a Rainy Night.
Oh, that's a good one.
Fine choice.
Very good choice.
I love that song.
Now, singles had B-sides, right?
Yes.
Do you remember what the B-side was?
Oh, man.
If it was Driving My Life Away, I mean,
No, they don't.
I think it was.
They wouldn't do two hits
They would
like
never
that.
put
Typically
two hits back to back.
Typically on a 45, the B side was usually written by the artist because they both paid the same.
I see.
So
I can't remember what
you'll
it
see
was.
a lot of Elvis B sides that allege that Elvis wrote them. So did you ever meet Eddie?
No, man.
I did.
I did.
Super nice guy.
Very nice man. He was like the first celebrity I ever met.
You know, Eddie Rabbitt's daughter listens to our show?
Sure.
Bunny. That really is her name.
Yeah, I met him when my very first radio job was country radio, and we did a picnic, and he was our featured performer.
He was a handsome guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Very handsome.
Very. Coming up, I think we actually have Bunny news.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. I ran into
I saw a bunny story. I don't know.
You?
Yeah.
About Hong Kong?
It's weird. We can do it later.
Reno prepared something.
And crowded Hong Kong where...
coming up.
Thank you, Josh.
You asked him to do work during the week for free.
Bunnies are as popular as dogs.
Yeah, because apartments are so small, rabbits are popular.
We'll do that
pets.
later. Reno, what do you have?
We'll get to the bunny thing.
I'd rather hear the rabbit story.
Coming up, we have...
they have bunny style.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll get to it.
Is that a doggy style? Well,
right now, we're going to talk to Reno. Reno, what's the latest in your life?
Nothing, man. Getting ready to go on the road. Got a show at the I'm going to get this right. Will Rogers Auditorium in Fort Worth on the 28th with Larry the Cable Guy. And then I got a couple corporate shows on February 10th. I'm in Tuscan Hills Winery in Effingham and then Willow Creek in Fairfield, Illinois.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Great towns.
I got every one of those right.
Good.
Nice.
Well, you're reading it.
Say hi to Mr. Cable Guy for us.
I will. He loves you guys.
We love him.
We're fans. And now I know you prepare something you call the Country Fried Take. What are we up to?
Yes, sir. I did. So I think everybody has a certain smell that can take them back in time and remember someone who's passed away. Mine is the smell of coffee, cigarettes, and bacon frying. It puts me sitting with my grandpa at his kitchen table, and I was lucky enough to have a man like that in my life. Now, he wasn't perfect to everyone. In the 80s, early, I remember I was about 9 years old, riding in his truck. He was smoking a Camel no filter with the window up, and it was dead quiet. Out of nowhere, he looked at me and said, "Hey, you use rubbers?" I was 9 years old. I was like, "You mean like galoshes, Grandpa, when it rains?" He goes, "No. I heard at the diner some airline stewardess from France had sex with a monkey, and now you're supposed to cover your wiener." We got back to the house, and I immediately went to my mom and said, "Hey, Mom, Grandpa said I need rubbers." Needless to say, she freaked out. "What did you say?" "Grandpa said some airline person did it with a monkey in France or something." "Oh, dear God. Daddy, come here." Now, that sounds so silly and uneducated, but think about how we reacted to the COVID outbreak when it first hit. The government did it. China sells bats at their food lines. Ozzy Osbourne started this crap in the 80s. Now, my grandpa lived in a small town in West Virginia, and they got a lot of their news from sitting in Hardee's. I remember one time he came in the house all ticked off because the Italians have screwed this town up forever. Oh, yeah. He's yelling, "It'll take forever to get through downtown now." There was one traffic light, by the way. "These Italians have screwed us for the last time." And my mom was like, "Daddy, what are you talking about?" He said, "A bunch of these Italians open a restaurant and people are honking horns and carrying on. I can't take it." My mom's like, "What restaurant are you talking about?" He goes, the Pizza Hut." Now, just like then, the older generation is looked at as being out of touch. But my grandfather lived through the Depression, World Wars. He lost 4 children and worked 60 hours a week maintaining his own construction company. He always took me to work with him. We built things in his shop, went hunting and fishing together, and I respected and loved him with all my heart. He was unwavering in his love of family, faith, and work ethic. And if I would have judged him on something he said, I would have missed out on the greatest memories and lessons of my life. So if you're lucky enough to still have older relatives in your family, try not to freak out because they may say something you find offensive. Nobody should be defined by just their words, but by their actions. And they've had more days on this earth than you and probably don't have as many left. One view doesn't define a man, a lifetime does. And I'd give everything I have in the world to get one more conversation smelling the cigarettes, coffee, and frying bacon at his kitchen table. I'm Reno Collier, and that's my country fried take.
Well, very nice.
Very nice.
And do you blame him for your picking up the tobacco habit?
According to me and my insurance company, I have no tobacco.
Correct answer.
Don't take away from what Reno, that was really great. It was really funny. It reminded me of hanging out with my grandma. We always have a great time together. She's got the best racist jokes. She's just a really good hang, you know? Yeah. Just hopefully you're not Polish around her.
Thanks, Reno. When is can you give me those dates one more time? I missed them.
Absolutely. It's the 28th is at the Will Rogers Auditorium.
Cool.
Then February 10th, I'm at the Tuscan Hills Winery in Effingham, and then the 11th in Willow Creek in Fairfield, Illinois. And I got a bunch of corporate stuff. There's something in Vegas, and I got another thing in Dallas, and just running amok, man. I hope people can come out and check it out.
All right. Sounds good. We tell you what, Reno, in honor of your gig in Effingham, we have a tribute to Effingham, Illinois, which is a real place, and people don't realize it. And here's our little tribute.
The next time you're traveling, don't forget about the historical and beautiful state of Illinois. Catch a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Hit a riverboat casino in Peoria. And make sure you visit the charming community of Effingham, Illinois, where Interstate 70 meets the Little Wabash River.
And whenever you're in Effingham, visit the Effing House Family Restaurant.
Founded in 1854 by the corpulent railroad magnate Colonel Harry S. Effing, the Effing House Family Restaurant is one of America's oldest and finest dining establishments.
Start your day with the delicious effing country breakfast featuring an effing omelet with toast, grits, and a big effing beverage of your choice.
Or try our BED, the Big Effing Deal. Once again this week, it's effing ham and eggs.
For lunch, try the huge effing burger, hand fried in a rich butter sauce mixed with big effing egg yolks. We call it the effing heart attack.
It's an effing experience you'll never forget. And what about dinner?
Juicy effing steaks with fresh effing veggies and a creme brulee that's effing out of this effing world. Or go effing nuts with a hot fudge sundae.
How would you rate the Effing House Family Restaurant?
It was the best effing experience of my life.
Rate this place? Well, I wouldn't give it a B. I wouldn't even give it a C because it's effing A.
In Effingham, Illinois, it's the Effing House Family Restaurant. You'll have an effing good time.
A little tribute to Effingham, an actual place, ladies and gentlemen.
Bill and Steve bit. It doesn't really work, but we can talk about that off the air.
Thank you very much. We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Have we missed anything in the news?
No, we talked about bookstores or books because of Josh's love of books. A Chicago bookstore owner reports a customer there returned $800 of books after they apparently used them to stage their home over the holidays.
Oh, man.
I'd be so mad. Rebecca George, co-owner of Volumes Book Cafe in Chicago, tweeted that the customer had purchased a large order of books before the holidays. George said, quote, "Turns out one of our biggest sales last month was for the person to stage their home for the holidays. Now they want to return them all." In her post, she went on to plead, "Don't do this to a small business." After the post went viral, George told Insider that orders have been pouring in from all over the country.
Oh, good.
With many of the customers leaving notes of support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use library books if you're going to do that.
Yes.
Of course, your friends might not be impressed with
The little sticker on the side.
The Dewey Decimal. Wow. Yeah, that's
That
pretty,
is so bad.
pretty tacky. Although it is hard to show off with a Kindle.
True.
It's just one little thing sitting in your shelf. I do read books. They're all in that thing.
Is that why you have books to show off?
Just to show off. I never crack them open. But it's like the old days of you'd go to someone's apartment and, the albums were sitting there in the crate. You could go through them and think, oh, look at this. Yikes, I better get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, you like the Bay City Rollers, do you?
Do they have like a wall of faux books, if you will? Like
They do.
I bet.
They
like
do.
plastic TVs.
Remember, we did the story when Zoom calls over COVID, people were buying pre-selected fake books to put in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
A plastic Emmy Award and a plastic Oscar.
I feel bad because I have a few books on my shelf I haven't read. I can't imagine how I'd feel if I had fake books.
Yeah, that Willie's right. That was a thing during COVID.
Sure.
You'd be watching the news. You'd put your head sideways to see what books they were reading.
I mean, how else am I supposed to let everyone know how much Ayn Rand I have in my library?
I refuse to read that just because I can't pronounce the name.
I will not have you besmirch the name.
I'm a worker.
Isn't it
Is it
Ayn?
Ayn? Yeah.
I thought it was Ayn.
Even they got together with Ian Fleming, and it's Ayn Fleming.
Okay, what's coming up?
James Bond becomes a capitalist.
Coming up, we have our history lesson,
Yes,
hopefully.
we do.
But right now, what's coming up is a quiz. We'll begin with Chick McGee. Chick McGee, your sleep number setting on your sleep number bed is what?
100. I like a firm mattress, Tom.
Now, conversely, I happen to know this. Christy Lee, your setting is...
Oh, I like a much softer mattress. I'm at 40.
So your sleep number setting is 40. What
Yes.
that means is you have a softer mattress. And at the touch of a button, you could take that up to 100. And the other side of the bed similarly can do the same. So either side of the bed has its own setting you can adjust at the touch of a button whenever you want. So embrace a great night of sleep. It's very, very important. And by the way, Sleep Number has one of their best sales of the year going on already. So choose proven quality sleep and save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed. The Queen is now just $19.99 with special financing available for a very limited time. So see what I'm talking about by going to sleepnumber.com/BT show. Subject to credit approval, of course. Minimum monthly payments are required. The details, once again, at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Your best day comes after a great night's sleep, and you'll need proven quality sleep from our friends at Sleep Number. Coming up, we have a little bit of history for you, which I think you'll find quite interesting. And, I'm going to update you on something we already talked about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Chick McGee.
Chick said earlier he's never touched a cow before, but the rumors about the girls he's dated are not quite coinciding. And ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for Belle and her people.
Oh yeah, feel that.
She's fine. She's fine. She's just fine.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can get something out of there. Okay, you got the hang of it there?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Well, you better get some milk because we don't want you to be an utter failure. All right, you ready? On your mark. Get set. And go. Yeah. There he goes. He's. Come on, keep going, Chad. The cow's leaning over towards you. You must be. When was the last time you had your head completely into the hooks of the section of jersey? She falls off. official measure. Now we're up against a quarter already. So.
Smiley's ahead. Oh, wait a second. Yes, you did.
Well, we have a set. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Chick McGee. What a trooper, Chick. And you know the Bob and Tom are not going to let you live this down. Neither is Christy. You got a half, he got a quarter pounder. How do you like that, Rich? You know, like his milk, you make garbage pies.
Oh, my God, the humanity.
Oh, there are kids here. They should see this. We have the turd man here. It's under control. The turd man is
all right.
Okay.
NHL, your winners, the Kings, Winnipeg, Boston, and Arizona, all in regulation. And the Devils win in overtime, beating the Penguins 2-1. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, this is Tom. Coming up Tuesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, we'll be joined by our in-staff cook, Jess Hooker. We will be eating yak. Plus, we'll visit with our NFL guy, comedian Kostaki Economopoulos. We should point out Kostaki is in the middle of a divorce. And
cruising drugstores for Jamaican women.
That's Tuesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Matt Weinhold is our guest, wow.
I still love Star Trek. Do you guys keep up with any of that stuff?
I'm not a
Star Trek
Trekkie
and Babylon
fan, no.
5 and all that. I love all that stuff. Pretty much anything that will not get me laid, I'm into. But I actually have had sex, which sort of makes me like the Fonzie of the Star Trek convention. You know, these conventions.
Oh, man, it's Matt. He's been with a girl.
Right. I actually bring a girl into these things. Say, where'd you meet her? On the internet? No. I met her at a bar. Whoa! We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Oh, that's great.
Things are so complicated. Remember the good old days when all you needed for romance was a van and some chloroform?
Sure.
Yes! What happened to those days?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
This magician's on stage and he invites this guy from the audience and gives him a sledgehammer. The magician says, I want you to hit me in the temple as hard as you can with a sledgehammer. The guy goes, all right. So the magician lays his head down on his block of wood and this guy hauls back. Bam! Pops this guy in the temple. 10 years later, the magician wakes up out of a coma in the hospital and goes, ta-da!
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick 'em up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's bologna in our
Bob and Tom 24
evening.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Just a little comedy.
Classy.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
That wasn't very nice.
I'm Chick McGee. How's that? And here's Tom Griswold. And Tom, I have something for you.
It's funny.
At last.
Go ahead, say something. Say something you always say, like DeLand or something.
Stilts.
What was that, Willie?
Stilts. Oh, isolated that tuba.
Yeah. That's right. That's nice. Thank you. Now, we have to move forward, by which I mean we have your history lesson coming up today, which I would like to get to right now, if you're capable of. Too much.
Time now for today in history. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much. This is interesting. 1957, the first Pluto platter came out.
What the heck's that?
Pluto platter.
Anyone? It was renamed the Frisbee.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say who was the forerunner of the poo-poo platter.
No, but yeah.
Or he was renamed Goofy or Pluto.
Yeah.
Obviously, the...
hey, why could Pluto bark and Goofy talk?
And the Frisbees are great.
They're fun, aren't they?
Finally, something hippies and kids can do together.
Absolutely.
Besides smoke pot. Yeah, Pluto platter, you're right, Christy. It does sound something like slang for dog turds. But
slang for dog turds.
Interesting that the Frisbee outlasted the planet Pluto.
Yes.
Yeah.
No longer a planet, right?
That's
So you've never had a poo-poo platter before?
Yeah, it's the Chinese food, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say.
Have you ever thrown a Frisbee?
Sure.
I bet you haven't.
Of course I have.
Willie, have you seen him throw a Frisbee?
Never in my life have I seen him throw a
I
Frisbee.
didn't think so, yeah.
I like it.
Do you own a Frisbee?
I don't. You know what? I sure would like to get one.
Josh,
they're available almost everywhere.
Did you ever get into Ultimate Frisbee by any chance?
No. There's a place right by my house that has it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walking distance from you.
Mm-hmm.
What's the price point on like a high-dollar competitive Frisbee?
Oh, you mean like a disc golf
they're
thing?
quite inexpensive. You can get a nice...
Oh, $14. HHD XCOM Ultimate Disc. 175 gram. Ooh, see, this is what
Now,
I need.
back in history, we got in 1984, Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik.
Oh, boy.
To win his first WWF title.
Pretty awesome.
Finally, by the way, ending our conflict in the Middle East.
It really did solve problems.
Yeah, that's who knew that the atomic leg drop would be the thing that would get Israel and the Palestinians back together.
All hinged on the Iron Sheik.
Yes, it did.
It was right there in front of us.
Happy birthday, 1737, John Hancock.
Oh, he's got a nice handwriting, doesn't he?
What's his name?
John Hancock.
Not a bad building either.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Is it still called that?
I don't know.
Hancock.
The Hancock building?
The Sears is the Willis Tower. I think the Hancock's still the Hancock.
Okay, all right.
And
when people wanted his signature, they would say, put your U there.
You know what? You saved it.
What?
Happy birthday, Chesley something.
Yes,
Chesley something.
Chesley Worthy.
You may know him in 1951 as Sully Sullenberger. The great pilot landed a jet on the Hudson River.
If he were so good, he wouldn't have hit the birds in the first place.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Never get it.
Land in the Hudson.
Most pilots miss the birds.
Yep.
Yes.
Not Sully.
The PETA people are after him. Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Law and Order.
Beautiful.
Law and Order CVS.
What's her face's dog?
Yes.
Is that it? No.
CSI.
Mansfield's
SVU.
daughter, right?
Jane Mansfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jayne.
Oh, so which one of the Law and Orders is she on? Law and Order.
Sex crime.
SUV.
Law and Order. We woke the fun out of the show. I can't stand it anymore.
Okay.
Never seen
Law and
one.
Order,
I've not seen one episode.
Agenda.
Happy birthday to my little girl Finn. She turned 10 yesterday.
Well, it's too
We had a
late.
big celebration making candles.
Happy birthday, Finn.
Days
Happy
open.
birthday, Finley.
Loved it. They had Parafun.
I'm so glad they had Parafun.
What is that?
We made candles yesterday. She loved it.
Oh.
Josh was introduced on stage in Green Bay as give it up for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Not Arnold.
Many disappointed NFL fans out there.
Tom doesn't care for outdoor games in general, snow games in particular in the NFL. Hates them, he said.
No.
They're ridiculous, he says.
Ridiculous playing in the snow. Come on.
It's fun.
Josh still...
Get a dome. You're all billionaires. You can build one.
Josh still feels like DeMar Hamlin should be out there playing in the secondary for the Bills.
Just laziness at this point.
I just think having him shovel snow, though, was just, after a heart issue.
Got to earn your keep.
That's like number one thing you don't do, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And for those of you who might have missed this item from over the weekend, yes, it's true. Tom took his newly 10-year-old daughter on her birthday to make candles. That actually happened.
Some of her friends.
And he insists they had an incredible time.
Parafun. We had cookies. We had cake.
Next weekend, they're going to load muskets.
The place, by the way, conveniently located next to a great coffee shop. Oh, look. I'll have myself a little.
And be sure and check out Bob and Tom TV, the new show Bikini Sawhorse coming up.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and